you, Twitch.
Hi!
Thanks for being so patient. Once again, my computer is just a piece of garbage and had a lot of problems. Not the fault of anyone except for me and the terrible things that I have done. So I hope that the sound levels are okay, that you can hear me good, that you can hear everybody good. There's some music going in the background that hopefully you can hear. Hopefully the players can hear it too. Um, oh boy. We've got one. I'm on one right now, so we'll see how well this game works out. Um, if you're in the chat, you have 3 seconds to say that the sound levels are good or bad. 3, 2, 1. You've run out of time. Cool.
It must be perfect.
It must be excellent. Absolutely no problems with them. Cool. So, we've got our lovely first one-shot ever tonight. Hooray, hooray! So this is gonna be a little bit of an interesting intro, a little bit of an interesting setup. We've got our two returning players from Adventures in Ozamore. We've got Aaron and Nay, and then we've got Chuck or Diego from the community, and we've got Pat, who is the DM for Ready to Roll, that's starting in a few weeks. So that is super exciting. I know, I gotta turn down my music. It is a little smidge loud for me. There we go. Okay. All right, so we'll introduce characters and stuff later. Let's just get into this stuff.
Do it.
So, Rhimebreach. Rhimebreach is the grim, frigid prison built to contain the worst in the kingdom of Idreon. Whether they are too wily to be kept in other prisons or too dangerous, the detainees of Rhimebreach are not your average criminal. You guys are not the average criminal. Your characters have been incarcerated in Rhimebreach for any number of reasons. Maybe you were a murderer, a thief, a mobster. Maybe you were wrongfully accused, or you spoke out against a corrupt leader, or meddled in something that was too secret and important to just let you run around on the streets. Whatever the reason, you are now here in Rhimebreach. You have cells near each other in the south wing of the prison. And over the last few weeks, you have decided that you were going to work together to escape. You've been told that escape from Rhimebreach is impossible, or that at least the escapees never make it. The small windows in your cells, they don't have any bars. The doors to your cells, they don't have locks. It's not really about the prison itself that makes it really hard to get away. The heavily armed guards, they do keep watch, but they don't really mind much if you leave. It's what comes after leaving that makes the escape impossible. The prison sits on a frigid island in the Aradan Ocean, north of the Shrewsar Depths. While not extremely far from the coast, the water is icy, icy cold, causing death by hypothermia within just a couple of hours. That is, if you can even get to the water, which is also very difficult because between the prison and the sea are miles of dangerous woods, the Splinter Woods. You've heard stories of dragons, you've seen shapes of dire wolves and bears and other more weird monsters from your windows, hunting their prey amongst the trees and leaving behind only broken and gnawed bones. And not just that, but if you are known to be gone from your cells and from the prison, the Midnight Jahir, the elite soldiers that guard the prison, take great pleasure in coming after you and hunting you. And they're not super interested in bringing you back alive and healthy and in one piece. At the very best, you will be maimed and severely injured. So, how will you escape?
Death is an escape, right? No, okay.
Not an escape.
What
So
are,
we have our cast of characters now. In cells side by side to each other are Manaloke and Miara. I don't know if I'm pronouncing those exactly
that is
correctly. But
pretty
you
good.
Yeah,
guys
that's
have
correct.
cells right next to each other, and you've been kind of like tapping the walls in like a hidden code to communicate to each other.
It's tight.
So if you guys would please describe your characters, we'll start with Aaron and then go to Chalk.
Okay, so my name is Monoloke. Just one name. That's enough. How do we just want to go like general appearances and like class stuff? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So he's a drow, so he's a dark elf, druid. He has kind of like slicked back black hair, which is very different from most drows, kind of white or lighter colored hair. Um, Pale bluish skin. It does have a little more color to him than most drow because he's actually been above the Underdark more. Um, Kind of more quiet personality, but with what little he says, he prefers his actions to his words. He's also good friends with our other fella here, Miara.
I suppose that's a transition to me. Miara is a high elf, so lighter skin, although quite actually pretty tanned considering he's a high elf from just being out in the world. Dark black hair, long about shoulder length, with a streak of white down the right side. Um, his hands are covered in scars and burn marks from the handlings of various chemicals and blades, and he stands about 5'10". One of his eyes is blue, the other is green.
All right, so the two of you are in cells right next to each other. The interesting thing about these blocks, the cells line the walls on both sides, but there is like an intermediary wall in between so that you can't see people on the other side of the hallway from you. And just like every 30 feet or so, there's like a little cut in that wall so that you can pass from side to side. So you don't have to go all the way down the hallway to get around to another cell. Um, and Miara, where you're sitting in your cell, you can just barely see through one of these little doorways to another elven person just across. Liliana, if you could describe yourself.
Right. Um, Liliana is a wood elf. Um, she's wearing like dirty whitish tunic with the handcuffs around her wrist, and then she has like wasteland curly copper tone hair with like tan skin. She kind of looks malnourished. And there are like lots of scars and bruises on her whole body, and then there's a scar on her chest that's like has a symbol of Paler on her chest right below her neck. You can see in her eyes that she has seen the worst possible things in her life.
All right. And last of all, we've got Gerard. You've got like a cell in between you and Liliana, so you're kind of a little bit more isolated from the rest of the group. But if you could describe your character for us.
I am a middle-aged, probably getting on to older-aged human male. I have dark hair. You could tell by looking at him that he probably used to keep himself very well kept, very well groomed. He has a beard that under normal circumstances would be very well trimmed. However, since it's been a few weeks since he's probably had access to a decent razor, it's kind of getting a little haggard. But he's the thing that most noticeable about him is his icy gray eyes that always just seem to be kind of calm and cold and collected. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. So, as the dungeon master, I don't know what these guys have planned for their escape. I am Rhimebreach, and they are trying to escape from me. So, what would you guys like to do to start out your plans?
It's a good question. I suppose I start tapping to Miara just on the back of the cell using my cuffs as a kind of louder sound so they can actually hear. That I hear Liliana's been trying to make good friends with one of the doctors here, and that might be our ticket out of these stupid cuffs.
No, tap back. Any weapons?
I I just tap back. I am a weapon.
No, you are, but I need some stuff to get things done.
Tap back. None yet. This is all I know so far. We'll ask when we see them next. When's the next, every couple weeks is like a communal, like, dinner time, right? Like,
Yeah, for your block, yes. So every couple of weeks, you guys are allowed to have like a communal dinner in the mess hall. The next one, honestly, you guys can decide because you've had the time to plan this out. So you can decide that could be now. It could have just passed.
well, with our perfectly made plan that we have, that we've laid out step by step, following very
Yes.
specifically, when would you guys think that we should have?
I feel I should talk to Chaplin first. Can I talk to Chaplin before this happens? Like the dinner happens, like Fion Tyndall. Can we talk to the healer?
So what? How are you going to talk to him?
I'm
How are you
gonna
going to get to him?
If you
I'm
need me to
gonna
injure
t-
you, sorry. If you need me to injure you, just tell me.
I'm gonna ask one of the guard passing by, like during the patrol. Sir, dear sir, can may I see a doctor or somebody, please? I'm really in pain right now, and I will need really help.
What kind of pain?
It's in my, I couldn't describe it. I'm hurting really bad. Just, would you be able to bring somebody in, please?
Make a persuasion check for me.
Okay. Oh. Persuasion. 20. Not
Woo!
natural.
All right, dirty 20 to
Good
start
first
us
roll.
off. That looks
There we go.
looks good. So he kind of like looks down his nose at you. The guys who patrol here, they're big and they're beefy, and they've all got these like, this hefty like breastplate armor. They've all got like a shield, and they've got like a sword and a scabbard, and then they have a couple of spears over their back. And most of them also have like a crossbow too. And they're always ready to go. And their armor is this very deep navy color. And so he looks down at you, like, you might have to wait a little bit. We've got to finish our rounds, and then I'll go talk to the chaplain.
Thank you.
You don't look like you're dying,
Yeah,
so you'll be fine for an hour or two.
that will be okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, so after a couple of hours, you see them pass through multiple times because they go on their rounds like every 15 minutes or so. And every time they walk by you, they kind of give you this look of just like, "Are you dead yet?" kind of thing.
Wow.
You don't seem like you're that in pain. And every time they walk by, you have to be like, "Oh, ah, oh."
Oh my god.
But after an hour or two, you see approaches your cell is Chaplain Tyndall, who is, I believe he's a human guy. Maybe he's half elven. I don't have all my notes right in front of me, and I might have never decided on his race, but he's like in his later 40s, early 50s, very like clean cut guy in like a black, like he's got kind of more the dress uniform, and it's in black with like the closed collar, and he's got like a symbol of the Raven Queen hanging from his collar. I don't know exactly what you call it. And he kind of like taps on your bars, and he says, "I heard you were needing me
Yes.
in pain."
Yes, this pain is really intolerable. I couldn't. Would you be able to come inside the cell? And could you check it for me, please?
Yes, I can do that. If you lay down and I'll examine you. Please tell me, where are you feeling this pain?
Okay, I move back to the corner of the cell and then just lay down there. In my... Actually, it's not the physical pain that I'm suffering. It's just more like my mental. I need to see my baby. I could you please help me? I just couldn't do this anymore. I'm, please. Is there any way can you help me, please?
Make me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Oh, God. Shit. Uh, 10.
So he, after you say that there's not really physical pain, he kind of stands up and
I'm gonna grab his
he-
leg. Please, sir. Please,
I'm gonna say make a grapple check. Let's do make like a.
Grapple?
Except this isn't necessarily like you trying to like. Are you trying to hold him, or are you just trying to like maintain his attention?
Get attention, more like
Okay, so then we'll do like a dex
Is there a
check.
grovel
Okay.
check compared to a grapple check?
16.
I think you have to be a kobold to do that.
16. Cool ball.
So you snag at like the knee of his pants as he's like starting to like back away, and he says,
Please.
"That's not my job. I'm just here to
I,
make sure everyone is fairly healthy, and I can't do anything to get you in contact with your child. That's not something I can do."
I just need to leave this island. As long as you just let me show me the way how to leave, I'm okay. Please.
The only way off and on is with the boats that come in every month. If you get pardoned or some other thing happens with your situation, maybe you can go home. This is not something. He's very obviously like super uncomfortable with this, but he's kind of seen it before.
How do any of us hear the conversation? Like how far away?
It's not very. It's very quiet
Yeah,
in
I have a
this
passive
prison,
perception
so you
of
can
15.
definitely
Do I
hear this.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are only like maximum 30 feet away. Like it's fairly close together.
I wanna call out. Excuse me, doctor. May I see you for a moment?
So Tyndall looks down at you. Would you mind releasing me?
Yes. And I release him slowly, and I just give in a puppy eyes. But just
Make
like,
an
I'm
insight
crying.
check for me.
It's just is there any way could you like unleash from this bracelet? I don't want to bother you, but I just need to escape it. Could you, even like not even doing it, would you be able to tell me how? Just I will be eternally
the
grateful
door,
for you.
if you really want to get out, the door is open. I wouldn't recommend it at all. Excuse me. And he turns and he walks out. You can make an inside check though if you
Yeah,
want.
I'm gonna do inside check. 11. Oh, 19.
So you kind of get the idea that people try this kind of thing on him a lot, or they assume that because he is like the religious head and like the medical guy around here, that people assume that he is more tender-hearted, and he is definitely, compared to all the people you've seen, he's tender-hearted, but he is not just a he's not just a religious guy who wants to come and help. He is an officer in the military, and he obeys a chain of command, and he's not about to break that just because someone asks.
Okay.
And he might very well tell his commanding officers that you are asking to get out.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. So I'm gonna subtly change the tone.
All right. But Tyndall turns
Okay.
around and heads over to Monoloke's voice.
Oh, and I suddenly. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I suddenly start talking in paler voice. Hey, you. Stop leaving. Just a cell. And I slowly rise up, looking at him. Would you be able to help this girl escape the prison? I cannot use any magic. Just
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to do.
I'm trying have like different persona, kind of like the god interfering, but no, I cannot use anything.
I mean,
Is he just trying to sound like Paylor?
Yeah, if you're just trying to sound like a goddess talking through you, you can do that, but
Yeah, I'm trying to do that.
yeah. Okay. Make a performance check.
11?
So he gives you this look of like, I'm trying to think.
I'm sorry.
That was not something I was expecting to happen. And obviously probably not something that he was expecting to happen. He just kind of looks at you. Listen, I know that it's not great conditions, but you've done something that has required you to be here, and I'm not going to interfere with that. And little ruses and tricks are not going to change my mind about that. I've been here for a while. I know what I'm doing. So
Be it.
excuse me.
Please don't back
Yeah.
for me your life later. And I just sit back down in the corner.
All right. And he goes over to Monoloke's cell.
As he's coming over, I want to check to see if he has anything on him that would be able to take the cuffs off.
Make a perception check.
Nice. Natural 20. Total of
what?
27.
So he, in terms of something that might be able to take the cuffs off, like, you don't necessarily see, like, a key or anything in his pocket. He has, like, he does have, like, a sword, at his side, and he's got, like, a bag of stuff, like, in his hand, probably some sort of doctor satchel. There might be something interesting in there, but, nothing super obvious. But you know a little bit about doctors. Like, you maybe have needed to see him before. Like, they've got scalpels and stuff that might do something. They got little knives.
Cool. Do we also know, like, what the actual thing is that is able to? Like, have we seen someone take off the cuffs? Is it a key, or is it a thing? Is it a...
You've never seen them be removed. When they were put on you, it's just like this. It's basically just a bracer that snaps on, and there's, like, a little clasp. It closes in fairly cleanly. There's not, like, a big old seam in it or anything. But there is, like, a teeny tiny little hole, like, right here on the wrist.
That perhaps, like, a scalpel could fit in and
Maybe,
finagle if someone had the skill behind them.
If someone
I
had
mean,
a
you've also
full
had
set
plenty
them
of time.
with their thieves' tools, maybe.
But you've had these things on you for a couple of years at this point, at least. So you've been able to look at them and, like, it's if there's actually, maybe not you, Monologue, because you're not, like, a locks expert, but you, a couple of roguey locks guys, you know it's a fairly intricate lock that's on the inside of this. It's not just like, it's not like the little pin reset button on your phone where you just have to stick a paper clip in there. It's a little bit more complex on the inside than that.
Would I, knowing and being good friends with a roguey, unlocky type, and through my experience, would I think that the doctor would have things that would be able to help me at all? Or do I think that he just has some herbs and, like, stuff that won't even do anything?
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
No problem. Do I think that the doctor would have in his supply satchel things that might be able to assist in getting the locks off? Or do I think that the locks just are too small and he wouldn't have anything?
Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
The DC is lower because you did get a 20.
Yeah.
Well, that's not great, but that's gonna be a 15.
I mean, you've seen your buddy Miara, like, chew through some real teeny tiny locks with, like, very small things, and there could easily be something that size with, like, herbs and stuff that might, like, be able to grease you up decently, or, like, you could try and slip out maybe. It's probably not impossible, but it would be fairly difficult.
Okay, cool. Then as he's coming over, I'll just wait for him to come over. I just needed to make sure he had anything I could do.
Okay. So he steps up near the bars. He makes sure not to, like, are you, like, up against the bars?
As
Because he's not going to get super close to
as
you.
he's walking, I keep the same distance because I've seen people approach the cell before, you have to step back as they step up. So I follow the whole thing, even if I'm very lackluster about it.
Yeah. Like,
He comes up, Doctor, I've been feeling very sick ever since I ate my lunch about 3 days ago. I've been feeling drowsiness. I feel as though I've been hotter than usual. Loss of appetite. Even the other cellmates have been making me angrier more. And I proceed to list things that doctor would know are the symptoms of being poisoned through your food.
okay. Because in my head I was just like, that sounds like coronavirus.
That's what I was thinking.
Doctor, a new pandemic. You better let me go.
You wear a mask, you don't leave your cell, you stay in there.
Wait,
Not
real
taking
quick.
you
Want
anywhere.
food, order Postmates. No.
Real quick.
Yes,
how
Miara.
close together are these bars?
They're like, about this far apart, good like 8 to 10 inches or something. Not
That's
something
my
you can
plan.
easily fit your head through, but
Could I wedge my finger into it and like get trapped there?
maybe at like the door or something.
Okay.
But the door is not locked, so it would be very easy to open it, and it'd just be like, oh, you're stuck? Here's the door.
Stop. Okay, good to know.
We can all leave our cell at any point. Even if
Yes, you've seen people do this before. Usually the guards will kind of like let it go for a little bit, but you are supposed to stay in your cell, and they do like to like drag you back, and it's fun for them.
Okay. It's like a hobby.
Yeah. It's a hobby.
Need a better hobby.
So after you list your symptoms to Tyndall, he's like, well, it does sound problematic. Is it extraordinarily intense? Is it starting to get worse? Is it getting better?
What would I do? It's seems to be getting worse each day. I thought it was just a stomach ache on the first, and now I start fake chilling, but not very like fake shivers, but I'm not very convincing. Now I don't know.
I mean, it might just be. I don't know very much about drow anatomy, to be perfectly honest. You're one of the few that I've ever had to deal with, so could just be that the food. I don't.
I interrupt him as he says that, and I'd like to kind of get angry. You dare worship my goddess, yet you don't know my people? And then I just turn around in the cell and just wave him away.
Spider Queen.
Isn't he? Or is he the Raven Queen or the Spider Queen?
He's a Raven
Oh!
Queen, but yeah,
I mean, what's her religion?
The queen.
it's just a queen.
You
Just
know,
a dark
I take that last
animal
part back
queen.
because that doesn't bother me. Okay, never mind. You didn't trigger any problems for me. Please continue.
All right. So he kind of calls out into the cells now. Is there anyone else with a fairly minor medical issue that needs me to talk to them before I go back to my office?
Can I faint?
I mean, I haven't. I'm gonna quickly tap in code Hail Mary ?
I'm gonna faint and I'll tap pass as I'm passing it to him.
All right, I'm gonna wedge my finger in the door in undercommon. I'm gonna shout cord strength. I'm gonna attempt to dislocate my thumb.
Okay. I'm gonna say this is a strength check.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That seems about right. Okay.
Yeah.
Rogue die, don't fail me now. I have a +0. 7. Shit.
Oh my god.
So you like start shouting and wedging your finger, and you just like kind of pop the door open a little bit, and you're just like, oh, you have to like kind of close it, and you're like kind of holding it over. It looks uncomfortable,
Damn,
but
I'm
it's
trying to get out
not
of these
like
cuffs.
messed up.
Well, that doesn't work. Tomorrow. Just go walk back and sulk in the corner.
Yeah, I faint.
At this point, there's a pair of Shahir guards who have walked past, and they kind of just like lean over and they like whack their shield against your bars, and they're like, "If you do that again, I'm gonna come in there, and I'm gonna start pulling out your stupid little elven hairs one at a time, and tie your ears together with them." I'm gonna give you this stare as they walk away.
Quite a long
Not
time.
Bardo. I'd say I'd like to see you try an undercommon.
Okay. Gerald, what are you doing while they're
I'm just waiting for
Shenanigans.
I'm just waiting for the meal, because if we're having our big group meal today, I have a plan that I think will work there. Because this hasn't looked like it's been working, so I'm just waiting
Yep.
for the group meal patiently.
None of it works.
all right? Do you want to go forward to the group meal then?
Yeah.
All right. So, a few hours pass and you guys are allowed out. There's. Hang on, let me look at my map. How many cells are in each block? There's a lot, and
At least 7. I can't go too much higher.
so there's like 45 of you guys who are led over to the mess hall with probably like 8 or so guards. There's like a pair just along every once in a while, and they've got their weapons out, and they're just kind of like leading you guys over to the mess hall, where there's a whole bunch of like kind of like picnic tables, just tables and benches, and there's some bowls of hot brown stew that's better than the stuff you guys usually get, but it's not wonderful. And while you guys are sitting there, there's like one in each corner of the room. You guys are fairly close to the mess hall, actually. It's just kind of like out a hallway, and it's like right there. And they're just kind of like generally watching as you guys are hanging out.
I just slowly slurping the soup.
Wait, do we have spoons?
I'm gonna say yes. Yes.
Okay.
Cool, I can work with a spoon. All right.
You ever seen a man die by a spoon?
Yes, I have
Yeah.
actually. But I was one with the spoon. But
Oh, wow.
anyway,
Advanced spoon arts. Okay.
so Jared has been spending the past few weeks studying the people and studying their temperaments. And what I would like to do is find the 2 most easily angered people who have a fairly large group of friends or comrades who I would like to make them start a riot to distract the guards, so that way we can sneak and try to go. My thought process is, knowing that the locks on the vans and knowing that we have 2 spellcasters we need to get these things off of. It could care less if it gets off of me or because I don't use magic. That we're going to need to find a key to get those off, based upon the lock. It's probably beyond my skill to pick that lock. So we're going to need a big distraction, give us enough time to sneak through the halls, and be able to, I'm guessing there's probably an armory somewhere so we can equip ourselves, get a key to or something to get the stuff off, get the cuffs off, and then get out. Because like they say, like you said, they don't particularly care if we get out. My big concern then is making sure we survive once we are out.
Right.
So
So it is kind of a trick. Oh yes.
I have 1 cantrip from being a high elf. Does that elicit me having cuffs on?
Yeah, any like magic stuff is dampened by it. They can't risk any cantrips. So yeah, Jared, you've had to make me an insight check actually.
good at that.
Let's see how well you've been able to analyze this.
Big money.
That would be a 14.
Okay. So you've been spending your time, and you kind of realize like the longer that people are in here, the less riled up that they are. And so you've been like studying people who are kind of in that sweet spot where like they've been here for long enough to like meet a couple of people, but they haven't been in here for so long that their spirit's been kind of ground down. And so you've zeroed in on like this big burly like dragonborn guy, and he's the dragonborn in here kind of stick together, and that's kind of their thing. Because they all end up being like those chromatic dragonborn of like black and green and blue and stuff, and they get a lot of like they get a lot of crap in the outside world anyway, and so they've kind of come together. And there's one of the newer ones of him. He's a white dragonborn, and he is a stinker. His name is his name is let's call him Weck. Let's call him Weck. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is there someone else in there that would also likely get angry, or is Weck the only one that I can determine?
No, there's definitely like there's actually this is something that you noticed. So, would you guys have maybe wanted to try this stuff also at the time when the boat comes in with like the guard trade-off and the new prisoners?
Anything
or
that
would
can
you
give
want
us
it to
advantage.
avoid?
Anything that would give us
Yeah,
So
advantage.
if
Because
we notice
the-
people simmered down, we'd probably wait till there are new people that are still rile upable to.
I mean, we have a collective
Right.
intelligence modifier of what, like a lot, I would hope.
With all you rogues and stuff. Well, because the issue is you would have a boat on the island that maybe you could try and steal, but you would have double the amount of guards. That's the thing.
We
'Cause
don't
there's
really
a few hours where there's 80 guards on the island.
Not to-
while you're trading
not to
spots.
divulge our secrets, but we don't really give a
Yeah,
heck about
we
boats.
probably don't. We don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
don't need a boat. We don't.
want
So
boats.
probably not.
Honestly, it'd probably be a
Okay.
good distraction. Like, oh, they're going for the boat.
Like we may have done this like the first food gathering after new people came, so that way
Okay.
we had the fresh meat, so Jared could rile up his peeps.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jared, you actually see a familiar face to you.
No.
One of the, one of the new guys it's this gnome that you know used to work for your old boss. His name is Leon, and he was a fence, and he is he was always like a drunkard, and you imagine that his time being without booze recently has not made him happy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you do see him there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna walk up to Leon and say, Leon, it's been a while.
It's been a
Bring my
while.
cup.
Oh,
So he's the itty bitty little gnome guy, and he's actually like sitting on top of a table with his bowl, and he just kind of like looks up, and he's got these like squinty little eyes and this little beard. What do you want?
You don't recognize me, Leon.
I recognize you. I don't want to talk to you. What do you want?
I mean,
I've known you were here for a long time.
it's interesting to see that the buzzard is turning on his organization. I mean, that can't be good for him in general. But no, I figured I'd come say hello to an old acquaintance, and I figured I'd also let you know. You see that dragonborn over there with the white scales?
Yeah.
Rumor has it that he's been is he sensitive? Is Leon sensitive about his height as the gnome, or is he kind of secure in that?
I say mostly he's fairly secure. With
Yeah.
the wrong person, with using the wrong tribe, he could maybe get a little bit annoyed, but mostly he's okay with it because it helps him go a little bit more unnoticed.
That's fair. So the dragonborn over there, it's been he has a habit of picking on the gnomes. He views them as short cretins who are beneath him. And last week they had to, Tyndale, the chaplain, we had a funeral because he just punted a gnome just a little bit too hard. So I'd watch your back if Weck comes up to you and decides that you're a threat, because he doesn't like gnomes at all.
Roll me a deception check.
Okay.
Ooh. Big roll, big roll.
Big roll, big roll.
That is a nat 1.
Oh.
Oh.
He just
8 total, but a nat 1.
Oh.
he looks over. He's like, Weck, his cell is right next to mine. He hasn't said anything about gnomes yet.
Well, I mean, that's extremely unfortunate. I mean, he wants to lull you into a false sense of security. We'll go with that.
Yeah, a sense of security in a high security prison, right?
Eventually, let's just watch out when he comes a punting. Don't say that Jared didn't warn you. Tried really hard.
I'll remember that.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, we're gonna have to go a different route. Who wants to help me make Weck angry?
I mean, worst comes to worst, we can always like, just violently start an altercation and then dip out of there.
We can. It just would be easier if someone else was. It would be easier if someone else was leading it, so that way the
What
guards
color-
weren't watching us
Yes, that would be
specifically.
true.
What color dragon is Weck?
White.
Right.
What's their breath?
Gold.
Ice. Stuff.
Ice and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's all I have for now, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Though actually, now that you mention it, the Dragonborn have almost like a muzzle that allows them to like speak and stuff, but not open up their mouths enough to do their breath weapons.
I saw Jared was talking to his friend, and I overheard it, and I know he's my cell, beside the cell.
He's not beside your cell. He's
Yeah, there's
further
just-
down.
Oh, far
So we
down.
Yeah,
assume
he's
we've all made
like-
this. We've all made plans together.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
four of you have been in contact
We're
with
two
him
of
for a
us to
while.
thief scant. We should be good.
Okay.
to
We're
communicate.
I'm just go by Jared. Sir, did you figure out how to leave this place?
I have an idea. However, I don't recommend broadcasting it. We kind of want to keep the group as small as possible, so we have less people to worry about. Leon here has not proven himself worthy to be part of the group.
You heard my name again?
Oh, did I? I don't know. Perhaps.
So I swear, Jared, you're just so stupid. That's why you got rid of way before any of the rest of us did. So
I got gotten rid of because
think about that.
I'm fully aware of why I was gotten rid of. It wasn't because I was stupid. It was because I was too dangerous to be left alive. But the fact that he didn't kill me outright is impressive. That he was that confident that I wasn't going to get out of here. But I'll get out. I will. Is there anything else I can help you with, Liliana? If not,
I don't know. I just want to leave. So, is there anything I can help? I won't.
well, I mean, you know the plan. If you can help advance the plan in any way, do it. But unfortunately, I don't have time to sympathize with your pain. I just say, we need to execute the plan as quickly as possible, and just go.
I understand.
Overhearing this and knowing his plan, I'm gonna take the last little bit of my soup that I have, and I'm gonna walk over to Wet. And I'm just gonna stand next to him for a sec until he acknowledges me.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand at a reasonable distance behind Milo, okay? Just in case.
Okay.
I'm gonna look
Just
at
in case.
Manaloki. Just like he walking by there, just looking.
Hold
Just
my soup,
watching.
Yeah.
just waiting for him to.
Kind
say
of like little Oliver Twist, just standing there.
something. Just waiting.
So it doesn't take too long. It's just like a minute or so, and like he turns his head. It's kind of tough for these Dragonborn to like eat while with their like muzzle stuff on. There's a little space right here, but so he's kind of had to focus more on eating. But he kind of looks over at you. He cocks an eye and he's like, "What do you want?"
I hold the soup for a sec. I look at him. Gnome over there. Hold on, that's Thorak. I'm going back into Thorak. I'm poisony. Okay. See the gnome over there?
Yeah, Leon.
Mm-hmm. He just told me that dragon breath is weak, and that they aren't deserving of more than trash. And I pour my soup on him, and then start walking away.
I'm going to stealth. Okay, so that's a
Um,
26.
Okay. So you just like pop underneath one of the tables and you're like in between legs and stuff. There's like a pause as you walk away, Monoloke, and you guys are kind of like watching from afar, where you just like hear like the dripping of stew as it falls to the floor, and you hear this. And he stands up and he like pushes back like the whole like 30-foot bench. This guy is big. He's like 6'8",
Wait,
probably like 250, 300 pounds. He's like a big, beefy guy.
Oh my god.
And he turns and he yells over at Monoloke, "You want to start something, Ash Ears?"
I only passed the message. And I continue walking, just not even caring about him.
Okay. What kind of a check is that? A nonchalance check?
I guess performance. I'm terrible at.
Yeah, let's do a performance
All
check.
right, let's see what my -2 can get me.
-2?
All right, 14.
Okay, let's see.
Not bad.
This is terrifying.
Okay, so you guys see Weck lift back over his head. He's got like his own bowl of stew, and he just chucks it at the back of Monoloke's head. Let's see, a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah.
So you get beamed in the back of the neck by this like stew bowl, and there's like this splattering of stew across like the closest 5 people as well. And there's like this loud murmuring that springs up from the group of people. Yes.
I ripped the drawstring off his pants.
Off of
The Dragonborn's
I'm
pants, so I am a
okay.
26 stealth
Make
meter.
it. Yes, do a sleight of hand check, please.
Okay, cool. I'm good at those two.
Yeah, he's not got the highest perception, so
Yeah.
probably good.
Okay, yeah, so that's a natural 16 with my plus 11. Yeah,
That's a
so
lot.
So his pants immediately like fall to the ground, showing his scaly,
the drawstring.
dragony
It's like right
nether
now.
regions that don't have any like obvious stuff. But he immediately gets extraordinarily angry, and he takes off and he like backhands the closest person to him, and just like, let's see how strong it is. And he, as he does it, he kind of like slips in the stew on the floor and like doesn't quite like knock him over or anything, but he is severely, severely pissed off right now.
I would like to look back at him and then say, "Can't even kill the messenger. I finished your job, sir." And I look over at the gnome and yell that to him before I leave.
Leon kind of just
say
looks up like,
singer and thieves can't.
and there's a couple of people that can hear you and understand thieves can, and they're just like, they just kind of laugh back. You're in a
Yeah.
prison full of thieves.
I'm just gonna.
I'm just gonna look at Leon and be like, I told you he doesn't like gnomes.
I asked Jared, is it the time?
I mean, it depends on what happens in the next few seconds, but stay close.
Yeah, I'm gonna sidle, continue my stealth. Do I need to remake a check since I made a move?
No, you're good. I have confidence in your ability to hide under a table because
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna like solid snake move over to the other group of people.
because like the guy who Weck like attempted to like knock out and whatever, he is kind of pissed off too, and so he gets up and starts. He's not like fighting Weck back, but he like sticks his foot down on him and like starts to push him over. A couple of the other Dragonborn are like standing up and they're starting to like shout over and stuff. It looks like there's starting to be a little bit of a to-do going on. Just a little one that could maybe use a little bit more of a push to go over the edge.
I would like to attempt to persuade some of the nearby people to get involved by, just being like, this is your chance. Like, take it. Go fight. Let some of that, prove that we are not, your spirit's not broken. Prove that, that they can't control us.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna help him with that. Yes, this is our chance.
Viva la resistance!
And they kind of look over like, to do what? Just to punch something?
Yes, I mean, we need to, prove, we need to prove that we are, that they can't control us. Why do, we don't fight back because we think we can't.
Good question. Do I see anyone with the identifying marks of my old family's crime syndicate?
You make a perception check. Either Liliana or Jared can make a persuasion check with advantage.
I'm giving Jared advantage.
Yeah, it's like I think I'd be
Yeah.
the better choice
yeah,
here.
yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
9. I got a 9.
Yeah, you're looking at people's ankles right now. There's not like
Yeah.
a ton to see.
Okay, that would be a 23.
All right, yeah, there's the guy that you're talking to. This young 30s human guy is just like, yeah, Bob, I haven't punched somebody in a while. And there's like
Bob.
this
Yeah,
like really
Bob.
old halfling guy sitting next to him with it, just like holding his steel like this. He's like, that could be kind of fun, like we'll get beat up too, but that'd be nice. And so they stand up, and they actually like start
Most
decking the people like
nonchalant.
right next to them, just like pow pow, and start like a second to do over on this side that immediately is loud because it's not just like posturing and pushing; it's like actual blows landing immediately.
That's hilarious.
Do I see any guards getting involved in the altercation at all?
Yes, as this stuff starts to get louder, like they're okay with people occasionally punching each other or whatever, but now the 4 of them are starting to step in, just kind of like shouting over, like, "Hey, back off!"
I'm gonna
As they
start-
start like getting ready to start punching
I'm
back.
just saying, this isn't jail. This is my 8th grade middle school. Like, we're all nonchalant and we're like, yeah, I could fight you. Yeah.
I
Do
can fight
they-
you. My
Like,
dad can kick your
stop.
butt.
No.
Do the guards have daggers or short swords or anything like that?
The guards, they have long swords, heavy crossbows, and spears is primarily what they have.
What is the least secure looking weapon on these guards?
The ones that they might not notice would probably be the spears.
Alright. Do I have to remake a stealth check if I want to sneak up on one and try and yoink a spear?
I'll say yeah.
Okay, another stealth check. Natural 17. This die has not failed me yet. It's a 28.
All right. Yeah, you're able to
Solid
sneak
snake.
up right behind one and just like pop, because they've got like a pair of spears that are
Yeah.
on their back.
Am I able
and
to
you're
get both?
pop
Or
one
just
down.
one?
Just one of them.
Alright.
Yeah.
He's greedy.
Like he didn't notice at all, and so you imagine you probably could get another one.
In hindsight, wait, are spears simple weapons?
I think so. I believe so.
One second, I'll
Spear.
add a spear to my inventory.
Thrown, versatile. So it's versatile weapon.
Well, is it simple or martial? Is
Simple.
what he's asking.
Yeah. Simple weapon, I'm proficient with
Yep.
that.
Yep, it's been simple melee.
Alright, well, I have the one. We'll run the more guards later. Stealth back to the group.
All right. So what are the rest of y'all doing now that there's starting to be this fight building up? a
I'm
little bit?
following Jared lead. Whatever he do, I'm gonna follow him.
I'm guessing instead of crossbows, I'm guessing they probably have a quiver of bolts.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Bolt is going to be a little easier to hide. So what I want to do is I want to just steal, as I'm walking past the guard, try to, take
Like-
like a handful of bolts out of the quiver that could be used as impromptu daggers.
Yeah. Actually, building on that, what kind of head are we talking on these spears? Are we talking like a broad, like edged head?
was
Is it
thinking
just a
that same thing.
spike?
Is it metal and attached? Is the whole thing just a wooden stick that's sharp?
Yeah.
It's metal. It's attached. I would say it's kind of like. Chalk, you're gonna judge me so bad because I don't know like the actual terminology for like blades and stuff. I think they're like flattened, kind of like the leaf ones where they're not just a
Okay.
spike. They're like flattened out and they go
So
like
like a
out
Spartan
and in, but
style.
it's
It's
like,
like
around it.
Spartan
Yeah,
style.
yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to, because I have a +0 to strength, I'm going to find like a bench or something that I can use as a lever, and I'm going to stomp it to make it into a makeshift
we're-
dagger and quarterstaff.
While we're in the room with the guards and the people?
Jared, you make a sleight of hand or stealth check to try and get these bolts. There are also more guards coming in now as
Yeah.
it's
walked
starting
out,
to
by
turn
the
into
way.
more of a
I
riot.
walked out as I was starting, and I'm just outside.
Yeah,
the room.
I can wait to break this thing. I'm just going to move after him.
Okay, I got a 20, dirty 20 for my sleight of hand check.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He's busy enough that you're able to get how about you roll a d6 to see how many you get?
Sweet. That would be 3.
Alright, so you've got 3 crossbow bolts.
Okay, I'm gonna hand one to Liliana and say, "Keep this hidden until you need it." And then
I will.
I'm gonna,
Okay.
obviously like keep mine as hidden as best as I can, and then I'm gonna like try to go as everything's getting, go get Monoloke and Miara so we can start headed out towards the armory so we can make sure that we can get hence.
So, I can wait to break the spear later.
Alright,
I'm just gonna
so
wait for the group.
this is the I'm gonna cover up this half. This is the map of the prison that you are familiar with. This centerpiece is the mess hall. This is the place where your cells are.
Where's
Okay.
the entrance exit located?
On the other side, where my hand is.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so do we see an armory or of any sort on there, or do we just?
Yeah, we can't see
Yeah.
any words or anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look
Okay,
around
so
too.
I mean, you guys personally would not have really seen it.
Okay.
As you were walked in, you kind of like walked through the barracks, and there were a lot of dudes there with a lot of weapons. So maybe it could be near there. But yeah, as you're out in like that big, wide, like 30-foot hallway, you can see like guards coming. So you might want to like hide or something.
Oh yeah.
Because
We'll
they can
hang out in our
easily
cells
see you
for a
as well.
minute while everyone runs into the mess hall, and then we can all just leave.
I mean, I'm just gonna look at the guards and be like, "It's getting hectic in there. Yeah, someone needs to be doing something. I'm going back to my cell. I don't want to get in trouble, so that's what I'm gonna tell them I'm doing."
Okay, they run by and they're just like, sure, whatever. And they just like, run past.
Whatever.
Cool. All right, now we're gonna go that way, not towards it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just
can we stop
following
for a second?
Jared.
Could we stop for a second?
Yeah.
Stop, please. Okay. And now I'm going to try and find a place where I can lever and break this thing to be an impromptu dagger and quarterstaff.
Okay. Yeah, so there's actually further
basically just
down,
need a
there
corner.
is a set of like bars and a door.
Yeah.
So like in case of a riot, they can lock down like the prisoner side from like the officer's side. So this door actually does have like locks on it and bars, and so you can like wedge it in there and like try and snap it
All
off.
right. So would that be considered
make us-
advantage? Or
I'm just gonna lower the DC a little bit.
all right, cool.
If you just do a straight.
I'm a rogue. I need a farm for advantage.
Is this a sneak attack on the
Hey,
spear?
12.
Hey.
Do I get sneak attack
Um,
since I know the anatomy of a spear?
You know, this is where the heart and the lungs are on
Yeah.
a spear.
It was a 12.
So you're able. It's not a pretty break. It's not like a clean cut thing. It's like splintered all up. It's really gnarly and broken.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit awkward to hold it and use it as a dagger. I'm gonna say you can use it as a dagger, but I don't want to fully remove your proficiency bonus from using it because you're an awesome rogue. But you might have a little bit of trouble. It might not
Like-
stand up for a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's what I'll
and
say.
throwing it's probably going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That is not weighted for
you-
throwing.
Maloka, and I'm going to toss him the haft. Because you're proficient with quarterstaffs, right? Or clubs or
I'm
something?
proficient with everything. I'm awesome.
Martial proficiency?
Club, crossbow, hand, dagger, dart, javelin, mace, quarterstaff, rapier, scimitar, sword, sickle, sling, spear.
It's like, yeah, Drew is very
Alright.
specific.
And then I
Where did you get
drop
oh, I
it
guess.
on the
drow.
ground and continue walking with everyone.
All right.
Monoloke doesn't
I'm
like
going to
weapons.
tuck this away. That's a dagger now.
So as you guys go through this thing, there's immediately off to your right, there's like an opening that's fairly open, heading off in that direction. And then there is a door, like a nice, thick, heavy wooden oak door to your left in the wall. And then ahead of you, you see there's not a door to it. There's a, probably like 50, 60 feet away, it like opens up into a big room.
I just looked over at Miara. Where do we go?
That
Shall
is a very good question.
Shall we unlock our bracelets first?
That's what we're trying to
If
do.
we can find a room to duck into and some of the tools, I might be able to get them off.
I wish you the best of luck.
I'm gonna knock on the heavy wooden door, and then
Okay.
I'm
tell
gonna
everyone
stand
to
next
go.
to it and-
Yeah, just have everyone go right next to it, and
Stealth.
tell them all to
Okay.
ready an action for if anyone answers.
Yeah, that was a mediocre stealth 17.
Okay.
So we're
Yeah,
all stealthing.
everybody who's trying to hide, roll stealth for me.
Stealth. Ooh. Stealth.
That would be a 19.
That will be 14.
That would be a 9. Wait,
That was-
an 11. An 11.
11. All right. But are you trying to hide, or are you trying to like be there
I
at
guess
the door? Or are
If
you
at
ding dong
11,
bitching?
I'm trying to be. I guess I'm just trying to be there as like a hi, and then everyone kills.
All right. So, there's like, so you knock urgently on the door, and you hear some footsteps, and this like kind of middle-aged woman opens the door.
Do we see any weapons on her?
Immediately you can say like no. She's in like this kind of dark gray, just like straight dress that goes to like her mid shins and stuff. You can see past her that there is like an office with like desk and different things.
I give
in
everyone
there.
like a wave real quick, and then I hold my arms out to her while putting my foot so she can't close the door. I'm trying to tell her to take my cuffs off without speaking.
She immediately screams and turns and runs away.
Okay, I'm giving chase at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's she running? Is
um,
she running back into her office or is she running out?
Yeah, back into the office. She's not trying to get past you. You look into this office. There's like a 10 by 20 room there's like a little desk in the corner there. And then there is like, and then there is another door that she is opening to run through.
I'm gonna grapple her.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
Make an athletics check for me.
Ah,
Gotta
God damn
grapple.
it. 2. Negative
Okay,
1.
she gets. She only rolled a 9, but that's definitely enough that she's able to slip out of your hands and start going through this
We're
door.
evil, attack
I'm
her.
able to use my bonus action and action
not
dash.
evil.
Could
I'm evil, attack her.
With cunning action, could I get there?
Oh yeah, she's like 10 feet away.
All right, yeah. Then twirling it around so I don't kill her instantly, I'm gonna knock her on the back of the head.
Okay, make me an attack roll.
Would this be at advantage or no?
No, but you'll get sneak attack
Oh, yeah,
if
'cause-
you get her.
Yeah, it's not surprise round. I wouldn't say.
She's gonna die.
Sneak it.
Non-lethal sneak attack.
No,
On the
yeah, Max
grandma.
does it all the time. Look, I'm wearing this shirt and everything.
You're attacking the
Remember
grandma.
Kynan? Remember Kynan? Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So that's 14 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit for sure.
Okay, sneak attack damage. Plus
Yeah,
a
I stab her
D4.
jugular just like softly.
Oh, that was a. Why couldn't I have gotten this on something other than a random ass maid? 6, that's 10, 13, 13. So that's 18 points of bludgeoning, I guess.
Yeah, she's immediately like unconscious and out. Like you hit her like right in the back of the neck where there's like just a little bit of a trigger point where you know she'll like go straight down.
I check her pulse. Is she dying?
No, she's just unconscious. She's
Okay, I don't
fine.
give a. I no longer care about her. Okay, someone who can tie people up, tie her up or something. I don't know. I don't care. She's out now.
I'm gonna
She's not
try
dead.
to make her position a little more comfortable against the wall.
Okay.
Just like
Wait,
position it.
what's
Very
in
nice.
the room? Are there like lockers?
Yeah.
Can I stuff her in a locker?
Make a perception check for me.
I will.
There's a desk.
Would I
I
know
rolled
with my
a-
passive perception too?
What is your passive perception?
18.
Mine is
Oh,
17.
that's right. So no, there aren't any lockers in here. There's like a set of shelves with like different like kind of binders, like not full books, but like they're leather bound, but they're very like soft bound things. And then there's the desk with some papers on it and stuff. If you want to like roll investigation checks to see if you can find anything really quickly.
Yeah, I have a passive investigation of 19. Do I see anything immediately with that, or should I make a check?
So the sort of, you can tell the stuff she's working on is kind of like the clerical work of the prison of like keeping track of like the food and like the inventory of the infirmatory and like the kitchen and like the janitorial staff and stuff
There
like
are
that.
maps?
So it's not necessarily super crucial stuff.
While I'm
Is there a
like
map?
making her comfortable, can I pat down and then see is there any keys and stuff on her?
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Oh god. 9.
Yeah, I mean, she's got like a brooch It's just like a white.
You know, those
pearl
are pinned
with,
in.
like-
That means there's a pin on the back. We can
Like,
pull
yeah,
it.
there's a tiny pin. We can try to pick the lock with that.
Guys, I found a brooch. Do you want it?
I might be able to use that. It'll be hard. It'll be very difficult, but
What is it of?
who wants? Who's more useful with their magic?
Me?
Hold the portrait shears or something. I don't know.
We're both like me. I'm better.
Me? I took out the brooch and give it to. I feel like Miura kind of. I don't trust
Give it-
Miura that
give it.
much. I give it to
Oh.
Jared.
All right.
I trust.
Okay, I'm
sorry.
gonna search the desk.
Okay, well then I
I
guess
would like
He's
to-
there.
I'd like to assist with searching the desk. 'Cause
Oh,
I'll
that's
probably
thank
get
you
much
for
of
the
that.
advantage, by the way. That was a nat 1. Oh, natural 20. That brings us to a 29.
Whoa.
What's her
So
social
there's.
security password?
What's her Ashley Madison password?
I'm glad you. Yeah.
I just watched that like last week.
One is.
So, Jared, were you doing anything? I don't want to skip.
I
over
mean,
what
I
you
was
were
just
doing.
going to ask Miara. I'm going to say most of my work involved more talking my way into places, less picking my way into places. What did your work entail?
Picking locks, sneaking around,
Perfect.
stabbing.
I'm going to hand the brooch to him and tell him to deal with it because I'm not a good lock pick.
I don't
I
want to
talked
choose
my way.
between people. This is probably only gonna be good for one.
Then pick
I hope I
Manaloke.
had
You like him, right? Pick him. And then
That's
I'm
fair.
going to.
Okay, I'm going to. Well, actually, first, what did I get from the investigation?
Yeah. So in the desk, there's like pencils and pens and like quills and stuff. There's not any like additional pins or anything, but there are some like little metal things that maybe you could like twist to do something. There are no. There is a key, but it is definitely too big for the bracers.
Is there like a
Pocket
letter
key.
opener out of curiosity?
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take the letter opener because it's probably going to be a better dagger than a bolt.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, so roll. So this isn't a thieves tool, but it is similar enough. So I'm just going to raise the DC, and you can roll your thieves tool dexterity plus proficiency thing.
Well, my proficiency is doubled because I took expertise in it. Because prison break. Okay, that's a natural 8, so that's a 19.
For 8, that's
Rogues are
19.
broken.
Rogues are. I love rogues so much.
Yeah, so you like kind of wedge it in there, and you're like kind of twisting around and stuff, and you're not finding the purchase that you need, and it almost gets stuck, but you're able to like slide it back out without damaging the pin. But it did not unlock.
Unfortunate, really.
I thought you were good at this.
You want to try?
Me?
Yeah, I do.
I hand it to Manaloke.
I'm gonna try to lockpick myself and ruin this brooch.
Oh my God.
Okay, roll dexterity.
I don't
no
get proficiency. Yeah, no.
No, you do not.
All right.
Swear.
God, I'm so scared. Okay. 9.
Yeah, you get it wedged in there, and it's really hard for you to get it out.
My strength is -1. Can I get it out? My mod is
I'm gonna say no.
Please get it out.
It's kind of just stuck in there. You've got this brooch on you now. But you guys do hear behind the other door. You hear behind the door. Not that the door opens, but you hear a door opening somewhere beyond the other door, and some footsteps.
Is there like a keyhole in the door that I can like peek through and try to see what's on the other side of the door, or do I need to open the door slightly to peek through it?
There is. Let me see. Is there? No, there's not a keyhole.
Okay, then I'm gonna
in this
open the door slightly and I'm gonna try to peek so I can see what's behind the door.
Okay, make a perception check.
While he's doing that, I'd like to take the body that Liliana has very carefully set up comfortably and smash it under the desk as fast as I can.
What are you doing?
Do you want them to see her?
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll help him.
Man, we're gonna have a Han Solo on the Death Star moment. No, everyone's fine in here.
I got a 22 on my perception check, by the way.
Yeah, so you open this door and you see through it, you see another office that is like all dark woods and very pretty and ornate. And you can see through the way the door opens that there is a secondary door that is open, and you see a person walking towards you that you recognize as what's the name? Major Iokar.
man, that's what I was afraid you were gonna say.
Just like
Guys, stop! The major's coming. Hide.
I have like an arm.
I hide under the desk with the lady.
Well, what's it look like above the door?
Above which door?
The door that the major's going to be coming through, possibly.
I mean, there's a little bit of like carved wood and stuff, but there's not like. What are you looking for specifically?
I'm hoping to Spider-Man above and wait and plunging attack it.
On the major. Oh no.
It's a major.
Hold on.
I have so many proficiencies because I'm like.
Kind of screwed otherwise.
I just need these cuffs off and we can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's possible because there's like a ledge that you could like maybe like rock climb or fingertip like pull yourself up so that he can't see, but you can't like do splits or even reach across the room because it's like 10
Yeah,
foot.
that's fair. No, I'm just gonna.
But you can try.
What direction does the door open?
So it opens from where you're facing. As it opens, it's on the left side of the door.
Okay, so I'm gonna get in a position where when he opens the door, it will start begun to cover me. I'm just gonna hide there.
But it opens inwards, not outwards.
Towards us?
Towards him.
Towards him.
Oh.
Damn.
So it opens left.
Hurry up, guys.
I'm gonna.
Hide.
Fuck, I'm just gonna hide next to the door, and when he goes through, I'm gonna stab him in the lungs.
What's the door that we came through? Will you hear any commotion outside?
Oh yeah, there's definitely
There's
like a lot of
commotion.
shouting
Okay.
and stuff.
So
yeah.
there's still like a brawl going on out there and
Yeah.
all that.
So anybody who wants to hide,
Okay.
roll stealth, and then tell me where you are attempting to hide.
I'm hiding along with the body of woman under the desk.
Under the desk. Okay.
A 22. My game plan is hoping this guy doesn't have as many hit points as I think he might. And I'm waiting to just.
It's
put
major.
this thing in the armpit.
I walk out through the door we came in and act like I got knocked out and play dead on the floor.
Okay.
I
So that one's gonna be more of a performance check instead of a stealth
Oh,
check.
thank God. Can I re-roll it?
Sure. Because you didn't tell me what it was.
yeah.
and
I
then-
go 5.
Okay.
That's still better than what I had gotten for that stealth.
And then Jared, where are you going?
I am seeing what Miara is about to do. I am thinking is a foolish plan. However, the only plan we've got right now. I'm going to hide along the. It's really hard because I'm gonna like hide behind behind a book, like to the side of a bookcase with the letter opener ready. I'm gonna ready in action to attack the major, but only if on the condition that Miara's attack actually succeeds. Because I'm going to be like,
Putting a lot
I'm
of
just be
pressure on
watching,
my
like,
dice.
okay, he hit him, and then hop in. But like,
All
and
right.
I got
have
a
the elven
26
accuracy
for
feat.
stuff.
There's no way I
26.
can miss.
Oh.
Okay. And then Monoloke, what'd you get for your performance check outside?
My what?
Your performance check outside?
Oh, that. I got a 9.
Just wondering. So you're like opening your eyes. just
My
like,
eyes are just open. I don't even think about closing them. I'm just watching everyone.
like,
while pretending
I'm
to be dead.
asleep. Don't look at me. Liliana, you're just like, there's not really room for both of you, so you like prioritize like yourself. You're like, I'll hide, and then you just kind of like leave her. So it's not like the stealthiest thing. Like it's very obvious that there's something going on.
Like, half
So
my body, like,
Hey, hopefully that'll be a distraction enough for surprise around.
yeah. So as the door opens, you see Major come in, and he instantly like goes and he takes a knee in front of this woman and starts like examining her. All right, make your attack check. You
All right,
have
is this
you have
surprise?
advantage. Yes, it's a surprise attack.
All right, elven accuracy,
Yes!
don't fail me now.
Oh my god.
I get to throw 3 dice. I love this feat.
I want double sneak attacks. One for me.
All right, so that's a 17 plus 8, so that's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, I think that'll hit. for
47 to hit. That's a.
And this is,
And that
this is
should count
surprise round,
as-
correct?
Yeah, surprise round. So that should count as a critical, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
we assassinate.
if you're an assassin, yeah.
Oh my god. These
Yeah,
assassins.
double rogue assassin.
Please
Are you-
turn this
you're
into
both
the
rogue
one guy
assassins,
on
yeah,
the
that's-
Atropis who just got
Oh my God.
iced by Vax in one
Oh
round.
man.
Okay.
I'm just gonna scream when they stab. I'm gonna pretend like I'm the victim here.
So 19 doubles
So
to
don't start doing anything until we take
38.
interactions.
Yeah,
Oh,
after,
wait.
after that.
5.
Here's
Is,
the thing, though. The way that
Got
crits
it,
work
friend.
in this house is even better.
Oh yeah, you're gonna
So
have a
Do I
good
instead
double
day.
my
of-
modifier?
Nope.
Instead of doubling, you roll once, and then you just add the maximum. So if you roll 1d6, if you get a 2, it's 2 plus 6.
Okay, so that's
And
a bit
then
more
you
math.
add your modifier.
So, okay,
Yeah.
so
It's
6
a great
times
day.
It's a little more math, but it's a lot of damage.
24
Easier to
plus
die
4,
too.
28. So 28 plus my 19 comes to what? Math.
28 plus
Just
what?
realized I need
19?
I
more
barely
D6s
passed
than
that.
I
That's
have.
47.
47, and then is that including my modifier?
I don't know.
Just
I heard
add it up?
28 plus 19, right?
I
don't wanna be wrong either, though. I'm gonna use it.
24. Yeah, 28 plus 19. That's math. That's a
That's
40. Yeah,
47.
That's 40.
How I feel about math.
Plus 5. That's 50.
52.
Yeah, that's 52 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so you just like jump on him and you sink this dagger like right into the back of him, and you feel it hurt something. Like you didn't get him in the heart, you were on like the wrong side of him, but you probably got a lung, and he just immediately starts like coughing blood out. He's still up,
He's still
but
alive.
he is severely hurt. from
Assassin
that.
number 2.
Then I
two-
get to take
two
my
weapon-
attack,
Two
right?
weapon fighting, I smack him with a stick.
I don't know if those are the same. If that's also a light weapon, but we'll actually have Jared do
No,
his
this is gonna have
first.
0 modifier or anything. I'm not even proficient
Right.
with improvised weapons.
Yeah, we'll have Jared do his
Yeah.
first.
That was also somewhat a joke.
Okay, that would be a dirty 20 to hit.
And that hits as well, so that's also an assassin.
so I just wanna-
critical.
Double check, and I just want to make sure I know how this works since I haven't
Okay.
done. So I would roll. So my damage would be 1d4 plus 3d6. 4d6 from the sneak attack.
Mhm.
So I would roll
Yes.
1d4.
46, and then
46,
you add
and then I would add
28 to
28.
it, and your modifier.
Perfect. Cool. So d4, 3. I hate math so
These
much.
rogues.
So the max you get is the same thing of that 28. So you do 28
Yeah, the
plus
sneak attack
whatever
plus
you roll.
dagger is a 28.
So yeah,
Oh,
just add 28 to whatever you roll. Which is stupid.
It's a stupid amount of damage.
Yeah, just
Hey,
add
you
28.
actually see the character aspects of my character because we killed.
Not as much. I only did 49, so not as much as.
Not as
Yeah,
much,
right.
but it's
Over
fun.
101 damage in a surprise round.
And
Is he alive?
Has, let me see. He's not.
Yes!
Does he
so
have
you
any?
guys-
78.
Because this is important to my character, does he have any weapons on him?
Yeah, he definitely has a long sword.
Okay, I immediately am going to
Um,
draw the longsword, put it in his grasp as he falls to the ground, and I'm going to bend down and whisper in his ear, "My name is Miara. Course strength with you." And yeah,
All right.
um,
First thing in my mind was, my name is Inigo Montoya. He'll kill my father.
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
If you can't tell, I really enjoyed the first chapter of Wave Kings.
It's great. It's a great book.
Alright.
All right. So the both of you just like within a second of each other, you're just like, whoosh, whoosh, and he just collapses on top of the not dead, unconscious woman
right in front of me.
right in front of
What kind
Liliana, who screams.
Oh, look
so
at me,
Matsuyuki, you hear that from the outside.
I'm going to wait until like the final breath has left his body before letting him let go of the sword because fun times. I like Viking culture.
All right.
Once the scream happens, I walk back in. So are we done?
I'm having flashback right now. and
No,
I'm just-
we've only just barely began.
Yeah. Anyone who comes through that door next 30 seconds, they're gonna die.
Does he have any keys on him? I want out of these damn cuffs.
Investigation check, please.
I'm really heavy breathing. I'm having
We'll
flashback
assist
right
Miara
now.
in the investigation check.
Oh, I'm making an investigation check.
Yep.
Okay.
I
With
have
And that's
like,
advantage,
Yeah.
right? With the assist? Okay. I have a decent investigation. Man, I am rolling so hot tonight. Natural 13 plus my plus 9 investigation.
Normal people don't think natural 13 is rolling hot. Just so you know.
I know.
That's just
I'm
your
a
freak
rogue,
stats
what-
you have.
Yeah, so you go through his pockets. He's got, so there's a couple of things on him. He's got like a really nice ring with a red stone in it. He's got 57 gold pieces, and he has on a chain a very small, like, key that is carved out of diamond.
Oh.
Well, this looks important in one way or another. You were an idiot and jammed your cuffs. Liliana, over here, now. I just
What?
got way more Russian than I meant to be.
What?
He's impossible.
When you go Russian, it's very hard to come back.
And I'm going to try the key on Liliana's cuffs.
It goes in smoothly, and they don't even like fall off. They like mist and like float to the ground before they like reform.
I just get back into my. Wait, what happened?
I wanna.
I'm also going to put the ring on, and if it's relevant, start the attunement process.
This is not a magical ring.
Okay, then
There's no like. It's,
I'm just
yeah.
going to keep it.
I
It's just a
wanna.
very
I wanna
nice ring.
take the brooch out of my lock.
Okay, make a strength check.
I tried to test some light from my hand. It doesn't work.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I rolled a 3, so I got a 2.
Yeah, you're like.
I'm going to try to pull the brooch, the pin out of the brooch out
All
of
right,
his.
make a strength check.
While this is going on,
I
I'm gonna
assume
do
because
my
we
own
got a bunch of
cuffs.
rogues, we don't have a lot of physical strength.
Oh,
Yeah. We got rogues and mages.
Yeah, I only got a 5.
I mean, if I known
I'm-
he was going rogue, I would have
I'm gonna
fucking
I'm gonna
Echo
walk
Knight
over to
Fighter.
Manaloki, and I'm gonna hold the bracelet and then cast Mending to get the broken key out from there.
Okay, yeah. So it doesn't. So it's not like broken, but it's bent enough that you're able to like straighten it out
Yeah.
so that it can just slide right out.
There you go. Hurry up. We need to leave.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pull it out to Miara.
I do the cuffs.
All right, and you are now free.
I doubt.
Oh.
Does Gerard have any magic that would elicit him having cuffs on?
I mean, I would appreciate them getting taken off. They're moderately uncomfortable.
Well,
but
did
no.
he have him on in the first place?
I mean, I thought we
You
all
all
just
have
had
them
them.
put
Okay,
on
then
you.
yeah,
They're
click,
not taking
click.
any risks.
Okay. The guy does. What's his armor situation looking like?
He has a similar breastplate as
And
everybody
medium
else.
armor. Can anyone use that?
I can use it.
All right.
It'll take several minutes to
Like-
take it off with him and put it on you, though. Just so you know.
That'll be a process.
Yes, it will be a process, but for now,
Sure.
I'm going to take it off him, and then I'm going.
That already
have-
will
you
take
have-
a good like 5
You
minutes.
have mending. Snip, snip.
Yeah.
Snip, snip at the straps
That
of your
works.
breastplate. I'm just
Hell
gonna
yeah.
put it on
Okay.
Liliana and
Hell
tell
yeah.
her to mend it.
Okay.
That's
And
fucking baller.
I just
Hell
stand
yeah.
there and then just
That's
put
great.
it on.
That's good
All
usage
right.
of it. Yeah.
Oh,
All right, that works. With it, instead of a normal like 5-10 minutes it takes, it's like a 30-second process to get that on
Okay.
you. So now you have an armor class of 16.
16. Oh, wow.
I'm gonna peek through that door that they had just come through. Is there anyone else that
Okay.
looks like they're gonna hop on over?
No, but you do hear, instead of like hearing the voices of a ton of like people, you hear more the shouts of the soldiers as they're beginning slightly to maintain order.
This is the
shit.
door further in.
Oh, the door further in.
Yeah.
No, this is the door you came out.
Sorry, I
of.
meant the door
If you
further
look in the door further in, if you look at the door further in, it is the personal chambers of the late Major.
I'm gonna, holding on to his just bloodied arm, I'm gonna drag him in with me to the room. But I'd like to investigate the room before doing anything with him. I just have him with me.
Okay, then roll investigation.
I think my AC is 15. I think it's a breastplate,
yeah?
right?
Right. Oh, yeah, because it's based on your dexterity. I'm just going off of what
Yeah,
the guard's AC
Okay,
is.
sounds good. I just
Is
checked it.
That's 15.
Okay. So looking around in here, I'm gonna say you're also like looking around in like the office and
Yeah.
stuff. You do find a box full of files, that have a bunch of names on them.
Is my name on it?
Yeah.
I take the file and destroy it.
What do you do to destroy it? How do you destroy it?
I use Primal Savagery, which does 1d10 acid, 2d10 acid damage, and I turn my hands into claws with acid dripping off them, and I just shred it all up and use the acid to crumble it so there's almost nothing left.
All right, so
what-
you do that for sure.
Do you notify us of the fact that we have files?
I would also destroy Miara's, actually.
What?
I think about it.
Okay. Maybe those might tell us.
Well,
where our
I guess
equipment
I'll take a quick look at Miara's before destroying it.
Okay.
is. Violation of trust, but whatever. I'm not there.
Yeah, so looking through this file on Miara, it talks about the crime syndicate that you were a part of, the Tassino crime syndicate, and how in recent months it's actually been split up. There was like a rival of the head dude, Votari, it was like his niece, and she decided to like kind of try and seize control. She wasn't able to like kill him or like fully depose him, but she has now created a second crime family.
Different branch or like a
Hopefully,
fully,
my
like,
family was killed
different-
in the violence.
Fully, they're not friends.
Okay,
These two groups are not friends.
Um,
And they are not all. And the reason that it's in there is because they are not all that far away. So you're looking through this and you're like, this guy is a bit of like, he thinks himself a detective. He's trying to like figure out stuff because of the people in his custody that he can like get info out of.
Trusting him and being in a good relationship, I don't destroy it. I destroy anything that talks about me or the group that I was in. And then I give him
Okay.
everything else.
Yeah,
along
you
with-
already destroyed yours, but if you looked at it for even a second, there's a lot of just like slurs about Drow and like, where the heck did this guy come from?
Hell yeah. I want to know once we're done. I want to know what was in mine. But yeah, I destroy that, and then I grab everyone's and throw their files to them.
Does it say anything about the locations of equipment, or secondly, like anything about our equipment?
So the personal equipment of each person never even makes it to the prison. Like that's left way behind on Icehelm. Like you guys were
Damn,
in
I took the
custody
poison retreat for
like,
nothing.
weeks.
Yeah, same.
One of my feet's out the window.
Well, hold on. I'll
Yeah.
just turn
Hold
into
on.
a snake, and we can harvest some of my venom.
You can juice his
process.
venom.
Yeah, you can
That
take
is a process that takes
but
a
that's-
while.
yeah,
all right,
that's
you can
all.
take any of my
I would
juices you
assume
want.
that just reduces. I'm assuming that mostly just negates the 50 gold cost, but not the time cost.
Yeah.
Anyone else doing anything with their files?
I'm
I'd like
not gonna
to-
look at the file, and I
I'd-
give it to Jared. Could you describe for me? I don't dare to look at it.
Of course, I'd be happy to, and I'm gonna open up my file and take a look at it.
Yeah, so yours specifically talks about your old boss, the Buzzard,
That guy.
and there's a lot of like links with you and like Leon that are fairly recent where he's like, Leon knows where the Buzzard is. Most people don't know where the Buzzard is, but this little squirmy gnome, he knows where the Buzzard is. I'm gonna get it out of him somehow. Let me see what else. But yeah, it's a lot of like lists of names of like people you took out, and like there's a lot of like red lines that like he doesn't seem to have a great hold on you and like your whole situation. But you do see kind of off to the side, like circled, the names of your family members. They are in there.
Glad this man is dead. No one threatens my family and gets away with it. Friends, we have to go back. I need someone, and he's here in the prison right now, and I am not leaving without him. We need to go get him, and he needs to come with us. Otherwise, you do not have my help, and I will turn you into the guards, or kill you myself. You may take your pick.
I'd like you to make it. Am I allowed to ask for an intimidation check?
I mean, that's something that you guys personally will determine on yourself, on your own.
I'm gonna ask Jared, would you protect me the whole way until I reach to my baby? Would you help me? Then I will help you.
Yes, I would help you. I would help you get to your child,
Okay.
and then I would need to be on my way. But yes.
All right. I'll help you.
I'm assuming we're talking about Leon, correct?
That would be correct. He knows where someone is. Someone who's very hard to find. And we unfortunately... we can either get to the information out of him here, or we can bring him with us. I don't care which. We can leave him for dead on this island, as long as we find out where that man I need to find is.
Yeah. I'm just gonna quickly, instinctually, to check, just gonna arc some purple flame over the dagger. Seems like we're pretty close to being on top here. Why the fuck not? Let's do
If
this.
Miara says so, I will join.
Let's do this little shit.
However stupid I find it.
Eh,
Were there any other form of keys on the major? Or was it just
yeah,
that
there
guy?
there was
would've
that one key I
been-
found on the lady, right?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, she had a key as well. But on him, yeah, there would have been a couple more. There's other locks
Okay,
in this
cool.
jail. Yeah, so he has a ring of keys as well.
Perfect.
How does besides like the desk? What's in the major's room? What's going on there?
It's fairly stark. He is a military man. Like his office is good quality, but it's not like full of decor or things like that. There is like a secondary set of armor there.
Does it happen to be studded leather?
No.
Is there a
It
shield?
is the standard
well.
fare of. Yes,
Oh, yeah,
there is a shield.
Major probably
I'm
has
gonna grab the shield.
Okay,
All right.
you can grab that shield.
I want. Is the armor like? Is it set up so even if it like, if I were to tilt it over, it would still be connected to itself, or would it all just like?
It'd be connected to itself.
Can I take the armor and lay it down, and then can I put the major on top of the armor in a promiscuous position, and then leave?
Sure.
It's a dark
There's a
room
massive
with-
blood trail
there-
from the
Actually,
office
like,
I
to
don't
the
know.
office into
Does
his
the
room.
major have any like insignias or anything like that? Like,
Only that of the kingdom itself, of the Jahir and the Azure Throne.
I'm gonna take that just in case.
Okay.
That
It's like
Jahir
on
was
his.
pretty good.
It's like on the armor, specifically.
I'm
so
wearing
it's
that.
actually on Liliana now.
Oh,
Oh.
well,
Yeah.
That works.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. He's wielding a long sword, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna grab that too.
Okay.
oh damn, are
He
you like,
was wielding a long sword.
what domain are you? Light, right? Does light have martial proficiency?
I am wood elf.
Yeah, he's an elf, so he has proficiency.
Visual.
So I would like to use my extensive knowledge of, when I didn't have to put the bodies out there to be a sign of hiding bodies, to attempt to hide the major's body, because to the point where it wouldn't be found for several hours. So that way people would just assume that, oh, the major's just out and about. No one would be like concerned.
What are you talking about? They assume he's having coitus with this
Yeah, that's-
other thing. Nobody will disturb
That's
him.
going to be fairly difficult because there is a lot of blood.
That's fair.
Like 101 damage worth of blood.
Yeah, there's 100. It's a big
Alright.
101 on the floor written in
This is
blood.
this guy had a spearhead rammed into his lung, and
fair.
I would assume
That's
a
fair.
letter opener thrown into like his eye or something.
Yeah,
All right.
basically.
So yeah, there's a lot of
Then-
blood.
We're going to have to act very fast to get
You
Leon and
could-
get the information.
You could maybe throw him out the window. There is a window here.
I'm
They're
gonna
much-
defenstrate that man.
The windows actually in this room are much larger than the ones that were in your room, so they would actually be a lot easier to get out of as well.
I'm
Where did they
gonna
lead
huck him.
to?
Just outside.
But like outside,
There's a
like
forest.
outside the like place we're in. So like,
Like, yeah, is it
Like-
inside?
so
Like, because
this-
Yeah, let's just...
So, oh my gosh, hang on. This is the room that you guys are in.
oh,
So
okay.
it just kind of goes out there.
and
And
is
then
there
there's
like
just forestry, no walls, no.
Yeah, there's like a good 10-foot drop from the window to the ground, and then it's just open, snowy forest.
I ask Miara to help me huck this body outside.
Why don't we just bring it with us outside? We're done here. Oh,
No,
you
we're
need
not.
your friend.
We need
Bring
Leon.
your friend here. We can leave through this room.
That's fine. I will be happily do that. First, we need to get rid of the body.
We'll bring him with us. If we're gonna be in here, he can be in here. And then
Well,
we'll just bring
except
him with
if
us.
we have to leave this room to go get Leon and bring Leon
Oh,
back.
we're all
But I don't
going.
want someone to come in.
I'm going to, at this point, I'm just going to starting to fireman carry. He's not wearing armor, so I imagine I could...
He's a lot lighter now, yeah.
So I'm just going to start shoving him out the window.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna make you guys roll for it.
Perfect.
You're able to
Cool.
eventually get this
I've
guy's
disposed
body.
of bodies before, you know.
Yeah.
1, 2, a couple hundred maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or,
So
elves
I
take a
don't
long
think
time.
that would be good
We
if
need to get
any
your
of us
numbers
were
up.
discovered in here. If any of us were discovered in this room, that would be very bad. So I think it's best if we all go together to go find Leon, and then make our way back here.
We should hurry up now.
Yes.
More
Yeah.
guards coming up.
Yes.
He was in the lunchroom last we saw him. In the mess hall or whatever.
But let's go. I'm gonna touch Jared quick. May the payload be with you, and then cast guidance.
Perfect.
And
May
let's go.
Halo be with me. Not exactly a godly man, but I appreciate it.
It's okay. And let's go.
I would say good strength, but
Okay. So, do we still hear the commotion, or does it sound like they've gotten the riot under control?
You can tell it's mostly under control at this point. There's like the yelling that you can hear is from like the familiar voices of the guards, and you kind of get the idea that they're like disciplining people a little bit. If you peek out the door, you can see some of the prisoners being led back to the cell block, but there is some yelling, both of like anger and of pain, from the mess hall still.
Wait! Liliana, you look just like a guard. Why are you walking with us?
Okay.
Would they be fooled by that?
I don't know.
Probably not. There's
I just
only
know she
40
looks like-
people on the island each month. They know who each other are.
A thought, if we can, we could hide any of the, if it's possible, hide any of the equipment that we need in this room for when we come back. So that when we're out wandering around, they're not like, hey, you shouldn't have that breastplate. That's the major's breastplate. So that way when we come back, so that way we can still go out, do whatever we need to do, and then come back and not.
And we can do the same thing again to put it back on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is there a way? Is there somewhere that we could hide the stuff so that way it's not blatantly obvious that?
Yeah, there's like a wardrobe you could probably put this stuff in.
Okay.
what do
I
the
need to make
warden's
a check.
boots look like?
Or
What's what?
Like,
sorry?
I imagine we don't have shoes.
Yo,
We
Warden
got
got
rid
some
of the
Jordans.
Kinda crap.
Warden's gone.
Yeah, you're.
Warden's
it's-
gone. We
Oh,
can't take
true.
his boots.
You know, like the beginning of Skyrim. It's kind of like that.
You telling me that Warden isn't rocking some like... Okay, let's move on.
He was, but they're out the
But
window
they're
now.
gone.
We can
I'm-
get him when we go down.
I'm just gonna wait here at the door. Is that okay with you? So that
No.
I won't see the armor.
We should take the armor off so that way, guys, if you're discovered in here by a guard, we can't help you.
And if you spill that you were in on this with all of us, I'll
I
kill you.
have an idea, actually.
Okay.
I have an idea. I'm gonna go back into the warden's room. There's like a wardrobe in there, or like clothes, right? And take some clothes and just start tearing them up, make them more raggedy looking, kind of like, and then make like just essentially something that can be used to cover up the breastplate, be like worn over it to at least make it so at a passing glance, it doesn't look like she's wearing armor.
I
Is
think
that
That
something?
could probably work, except for it would still be fairly obvious because it's all like dress uniforms.
Yeah.
He doesn't have normal clothes, he's got uniforms.
Oh shit.
Shall we?
And medium armor is pretty bulky, so
Yeah.
it'd be kind of hard.
Alright. So are you leaving the armor or are you splitting up to try and be sneakier?
Like if you want to stay here, I won't stop you.
If
But
we split up, I'm gonna stay with Liliana. I will do no good sneaking with all of
Same.
you.
I'm not good at sneaking either.
good. Then
All right, then.
I wish you the best of luck. May Pelor be with you? That's what you say?
Yes.
May
And may
Pelor
Zahir be with you. Thank you.
We will wait here.
All right.
Maybe Zahir be with you.
May Zahir bless
Alright.
every action you make.
Actually, wait. Real quick. Gerard,
Yes,
you have some bolts, correct?
of course.
Have one or
I
two?
have 2 left. You may have 1.
Oh, thank you. Just gotta pop.
Alright, so you two are going to sneak out?
Yep.
Stealth check, please.
I love being a rogue. That's a 28.
Man, I got a natural 6. That's a 17.
I hate all of you.
I
Yeah.
love rogues so much.
Rogues are the
Rogue-
worst.
You
Oh
think
my
that's
God.
crazy? Have you seen bards? They
Oh,
get
I know.
They get half proficiency
Oh.
with everything.
Level 20 Bard is just like, well, I guess I'm everything ever made.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys sneak out, like you see there's definitely like people milling around and you're just kind of weaving through. Like this is like crowd stealth where you're just like, oh yeah, you couldn't like keep your eyes on me for more than like a second or something, so you don't really know I'm here. And like because of the way that the hallway is with like the split like extra wall, like you can like hop in and out to the other sides to like, you know, like like a shark swimming through a sea of fish.
Assassin's Creed style, so very.
Yes. All right. So, which direction are you going in? Are you going to the mess hall or are you going to the cell block?
I guess. That's a good point. I'm gonna. Oh, cat. I don't know. I want to.
Which one is his friend?
Because the last time we saw Leon, he was in the mess hall. So my first instinct is to check the mess hall, see if he's still
Wait,
there.
did Leon's file say what cell he's in?
Yeah, he's in our. We know he's in our
Yeah,
block
he's
because
in the same cell
he
block
had
as you.
he had lunch with us.
All right.
So
Yeah, so if you like peek over in the mess hall, you see it's essentially like the Dragonborn group and then like a couple of other people that are in there, but you do not see Leon.
all right, then we're gonna go hunt down in the cell block.
All right. So you're sneaking through. He's got a cell. It's going to be a little bit difficult to get there being completely unnoticed. But like everybody is just kind of like
Oh, what's a few more dead
off the
bodies?
walls and stuff. Yeah, and it's not the guards that you're necessarily hiding from at this point because they're like just putting people back in. Like I said, they're not concerned with people like popping out a window. But you will be seen by other prisoners, like the people who are right next to it. Like Wex's cell is empty, but then there's Leon, and then there's like another cell, so you will possibly get seen by them. No, that was a natural 4. Never mind. So yeah, you're able to find
Guards?
Leon's in his cell, and you see he has like a bowl of food, and he actually has like a mug of something that he's like underneath the bed, like eating and drinking.
What you got there, Leon?
Hey.
I'm gonna pull out the keyring. I'm gonna start
Oh,
unlocking
the doors
cell.
are unlocked.
Those aren't locked.
Well,
Doors are never locked.
even with
The doors are never locked.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna casually open the door and step on in. So, you weren't very nice to me earlier. You are aware of that, right?
I mean, how nice could you expect me? I haven't had a drink in like a month or something. It's hard, you know.
Yes, but we're old friends and colleagues.
He's like pressed up against the back wall. Just
I'm gonna keep a lookout for other guards.
I'm gonna
okay.
slowly.
Make a perception check.
Perception check. Dang, the one skill I'm not like obscenely amazing at. That's a 13.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna slowly pull out the letter opener that I kept with me and start like twirling it in my fingers. You see, Leon, it's come to my attention that you have some information that I want. And trust me, if you shout, you will be dead before that scream even leaves your lips. You know me, and you know what I can do. So I would recommend keeping quiet unless you're answering a question. Do you understand? This is your first test. All right. Now this can go one of two ways. Either you can help me, and I let you live the rest of your miserable existence here in this miserable prison. Or you can help me, and I still decide to kill you. I haven't decided yet which one I'm going to do, but either way, you are going to help me. My understanding is that you have come to you are aware of a certain buzzard's location. And I'm hoping that you can give me that information.
You want to know where the boss is?
Oh, yes. Very much so.
I mean, you gotta understand that's the only reason that I'm here.
I count 10.
Not
I count 10.
what?
Fingers. I count 10. You have to lose some.
Okay, you can both make intimidation checks separately.
Jared, you have a guidance.
What does guidance do again?
One
You get a D4.
You get another D4. Perfect.
Fuck, 5.
That's okay. I just got a 22.
Okay. So he kind of like gives you a look, Miara. Like I don't know how much you could cut off my fingers with a spear head. They're not super serrated. But he's like locked on you, Jared, and he's like, listen, I don't. So I don't really work for the boss anymore, or I didn't. So the reason I'm here, I kind of stole one of his really nice swords that he keeps. You know, he's got like all those
Oh yes,
swords
his
on
collection.
his back wall.
Yeah, I remember that. It was very nice. Which one did you steal?
The green one.
Ooh, that was one of my favorites to look at.
Yeah. And I sold it to this really odd, like, elf lady in Busan, and she was the one who kind of ratted me out. And I've been kind of holding on to the information because it's kind of the only thing that stops the guards from really kicking my head in.
Well, the guards can either kick your head in, or I can slit your throat. You'll survive one,
Right.
maybe, but you definitely won't survive the other. This only goes one way. And you know that, Leon.
Right. Can you promise to not kill him in the next 2 months, maybe?
That should be about how long it takes me to escort the elven lass back to her children. So yes, next 2 months.
Okay. Okay. So, you know that really nice, there's a bookstore in Busan where they have like the green curtains out front. So 3 doors down to the left of that is his house.
Is he telling the truth?
Make an insight check.
And if you hit
Jared,
the
you can
train
also
tracks,
make one if you
you
want to.
went too far.
That would be a 23.
Yeah.
I
my
never
insight
roll
isn't
like
that
this.
Good. That's a 7.
I never roll
So-
this good.
Jared, you know this guy doesn't lie. He's a bargainer and a deceiver more than an outright liar. He is not telling a lie. And you think it's close enough to the truth that it's probably what you want. You're familiar with the store itself. It was actually like one of the fronts for them, like laundering money sometimes. So you think it's a little bit odd that he'd be living that close to one of his like fronts and his businesses and stuff. But it doesn't seem like he's outright lying to you at all.
Well, that should at least put me on the right track. Miara, I need you to do me a favor now. I need you to pick a number. I need you to pick the number 1, or I need you to pick the number 2. This is very important. Pick 1 or 2, not 1.5 or whatever silly things people try to do. 1 or 2.
2.
This is your lucky day, Leon. I won't kill you. If I hadn't left it to chance, you'd be dead. But I decided to give you a fighting chance and let Miara pick. All right, well, I trust that you'll keep silent. I know where you are. And I got here easily enough once. I can come back. All right, Miara, let's go.
You just like see like as you guys leave, he's just kind of like there's like little fear tears just coming down, just little ones, not super big ones. He's also a little man. So they're not very wide.
Little man has little
I'm just gonna cuss him out in
Tears.
Infernal and walk out.
All right.
I don't even. I also Miara only knows one word in Infernal, and that's bastard.
You say that. Cuss them
All
out,
right.
so you say that word like 15 times.
Yeah. No, just
All right,
one time, just drawn out, just God.
All right. So you guys, You can roll stealth if you want to for sneaking back. I doubt it'll matter at all.
Sneaking.
I
Natural
want to see
19,
how high I can get.
30.
I got a nat 20.
Oh,
Oof.
what's that total?
Oh my gosh!
They are
I'm no
so
longer here.
stealthy. Oh my
Jared,
god.
what's the total?
The nat 20 with the total, that would bring me to a 30.
Oh, we got
Oh
two
my gosh.
30s.
230s. You are nearly impossible to see. The guards do not see you. The guy next door, who is like quietly like taking a pee in his chamber pot, doesn't notice you. In fact,
Show up in the next
Liliana and
one shot.
Manaloke, like you guys don't notice them walk back in.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the 403rd way you can administer poison to someone.
I'm
The
just
104th way to administer
I'm
poison.
really
to a-
uncomfortable like looking away from
I
Manaloki.
stealth so hard I show up in Caldoria.
All right, we're
Alright.
done. We can go now.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. I never
Who
get
is
used
that?
to that. All
I'm
right,
here
now
too.
there's two of you.
I'm also here.
God.
Hi. Shall we go?
Yes, everyone hold on to me, and I open the window.
Okay.
Why am I holding on
Alright.
to you?
Yeah, I'm
I have my
holding-
arms out for everyone to hold on to.
Oh, dear.
Hold on to it. I don't
I'm
know
going
what-
to hold on, trusting.
Miara, you know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna say that now, so you're okay with this.
Or knows.
Oh,
Diego doesn't, but
before-
Miara does.
Yeah,
Before
the other
anything,
two.
before anything, I touch Manalokian. May Pillow with you too. Be with you too, and I cast guidance on Manalokian.
What is it? I hate this. I hate this.
Okay.
And then is everyone holding on?
Yeah.
Yes.
I start going out the window. And then,
All right, you got 10 feet from there to the ground.
is
So
there
what are
is
you
it
doing
only
in
10?
10
I
feet?
thought it was gonna be
It's only 10 feet.
So I go like
Everyone
this,
hold
and
on.
the second I get to here, I cast levitate, and we all just kind of, we like a Magneto in X-Men. We all just kind of like.
10 foot drop.
10
So you
feet.
avoid taking that.
I
You
thought it
avoid
was a
taking that like
two-story.
2 points of damage that it
That
would have been.
Honestly, could have been. I probably could have negated. I have a +8 to acrobatics.
Well, I don't care. I levitated us.
Okay.
But yeah, you're just like woo, and it feels so, like it feels so cool for the first like 3 seconds, and then you're just like, how long is this gonna take to land? Like we gotta go places.
Don't rush it.
What's the major shoe size? Is it relatively?
He really wants those
I'm
boots.
not gonna escape the freaking
We land
island
softly
prison
on the major, by the way.
avatar in moccasins.
I rolled a d20 to determine his shoe size. He wears a size 20.
That's huge.
Feet.
Well, I can't do these.
You know what they say about guards with big shoes? Short tempers. Let's go.
Short tempers, not a lot of blood.
Okay. Let's
All
show-
right, so you guys go off into the woods.
Is it
Do we
daytime?
want to take? Yeah, it's like, well, no, because it's probably like mid-afternoon. It's
Okay.
probably like 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Do we want to take a short break for like 5-10 minutes, or do we want to keep going?
I'm gonna take
Maybe-
it here. I'm good with later though.
Either way
I'm
is
good.
fine
Keep
for
going.
me.
Either way's fine with me.
Okay,
with that.
cool. We'll keep going.
Okay.
Sorry, chat. You don't get a break.
Sorry, Chad.
You're
selfish.
You're there. I call you out now. The vestige
Okay.
might evolve. Who knows?
All right, so you guys go off into the woods. You are on the north side of the prison. You see off to your right, you see there is a couple of outbuildings that are not connected to the main prison itself. And then it's just a lot of tall evergreens, pine trees, not deciduous trees, and a lot of snow. So
There-
as you walk, you leave footprints.
Are there like windows outside these out?
Yes, there's actually
Anyone have a
along
ghost
the left
candle?
side of you, there is another cell block. So you see another like 20 slitted windows. And on your right, you see another block of rooms that you imagine is where like the guards live. And there are much larger windows in those like 10 rooms. that you can see.
Who wants to
While
go
we are
with the
walking
barracks?
down, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us to
I'm hoping-
leave no
Obviously, we're
trace
stealthing,
behind.
man.
I'm hoping to see a couple 40s with our rogues here.
I mean, we'll try.
We'll
see.
I'm not level 8.
Will Pass Without a Trace negate the footprints?
Yep. A creature that receives this bonus leave behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
All right, there we go.
Solid.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay. Hey, you wanted a 40?
Oh
we
my
get a
God.
Look
40.
at this.
Oh,
That's a nat 20. Nat 20 plus 11 plus 10.
that's a
It's a
41.
41.
Oh,
It's a 41. Yeah.
Do you have to do stealth check or?
Yes, if you want to stealth, you have to do a stealth check.
I just got another. I just
I'm
got a
an
25,
NPC
but I
in
only
my
rolled a
own campaign
5.
next time.
my
I got
gosh.
14.
Yeah, I was gonna help
Okay.
them fight Karthok.
With a plus 10?
Yep, with plus 10.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
a 14
So-
plus 10. Try a 17 as a plus 10.
I love rogues so fucking
Oh my God.
So,
Excuse my language.
based upon the fact that those windows are larger, I'm guessing that's where the guards are. It's freezing out here. We need to get some gear so we don't freeze to death, as well so we can
Yes.
survive.
Yes.
I would suggest that we peek in the windows, make sure no one's there, and then go in and grab some clothes. Does that sound like a plan?
Sure.
Fun to me.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Excellent.
I have an hour
Right.
before we leave, so we have to finish within an hour.
All right, the window is 10 feet up.
10 feet up. Hey,
It's a
levitation boy, go do that again, except make it go up.
I just climb. I mean, what's the wall look like?
It's like cut stone
Can I climb it?
bricks. You can try. It'll be really hard.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at him, and then I'm gonna cast Primal Savagery on my hands to make them into acidic claws, and I want to stab them into the wall, and I want to climb up.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I don't like people telling me what to do.
I feel like this has to be another strength check because, like, just
Oh.
grip strength and, like, trying to stab your fingers into a rock.
I'm smartly trying. No, okay. I can't roll above a 5. -1, so I rolled a 3.
Yeah, that's
stealing all the
it's
rolls.
you like stab your hand into the rock and immediately you like smash your finger. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you fully feel your middle finger that's out the furthest like break as you just like you're so sure of yourself that you just like
How much?
Oof.
3 you said?
3.
yes
All right, yeah. Okay. Okay.
3 points of bone splintering
Can I
damage.
attempt to dope rogue shit this?
It's gonna be really hard. You can try. This is gonna be a tough one. But yes, you can try to.
Yeah, how's a
Because
12
if-
work?
That's not gonna be enough because it's like a brick wall. Like
Yeah.
the distance between like the side of the wall and like your handholds is like literally less than a
I've climbed
fingertip.
Are we-
walls.
Where is the building relative to the building and the prison? Where are we on the building? Are we like in between that and the prison on the opposite side?
So you guys jumped out over here.
Mhm.
These are where the soldiers sleep. This is another cell block. These are the 2 outbuildings over
Okay.
here.
Which one were we looking at?
Well, you guys were looking to go in here where the soldiers
okay, where
sleep.
the soldiers sleep. And there's no door from the outside. Okay, gotcha.
I have an alternative to propose.
All right.
Look at get on your knees.
Get on my knees.
I'm gonna stand on his shoulders.
Okay.
Okay, now
Stand back
up
up.
with your
So you
-2
said-
strength modifier.
So you said you were 5'10".
I'm 5'10".
He being about like the same
Yeah,
height.
roughly. Like
ish.
5, 9, 5,
You're able to like if he's able to stand up, your eyes are like right at the top, like at the bottom, so you're like
Is
barely.
the window
looking.
locked?
You can try. It's unlocked.
I use
Alright, I'm gonna
Tamatachi to
open
open it and
Yeah,
help them.
and I'm just gonna climb through.
All
you
right.
better
So
hope
you
my
pop
hand
your
up.
head in.
Perception check before.
Um,
Is it too late to say perception?
74 guards.
It is empty. There's no one
I
in
stealth.
there.
So lucky.
I hide. That's a natural one.
So you like pull yourself in and just like pow, like right onto the floor, very loudly, very very loudly.
Sure.
Although you do have a plus 11, so
Yeah.
it is a 12.
Yeah, Rod, you
stealth.
might need to get up there.
I'd imagine so.
Is there any like bed sheets in there? Like there's beds in here, right? They sit
Yes,
here.
there are
Yeah, okay.
2 beds and then 2 wardrobes.
Okay, I'm
That's a
gonna
toga
grab
party.
the bed sheets, tie them together, and tie one end to a bed and throw it out the window.
Okay.
Just throw out the clothes out. It will be easier to wear it outside than we pick it up.
Well, you can get in here now. I'm gonna search the room.
All right, investigation check. Actually, I won't even make you roll. You open the wardrobe. There's like heavy coats, 2 of them. There's an extra set of boots, 2 of them as well. There's a few. There's an extra like each one has an extra like bolt, like quiver of bolts, like pack of 20 crossbow bolts. There are not weapons in here currently. But yeah, there's like some basic undergarments and things for like, and then like dress uniforms and stuff. But no armor, no real weapons except for the bolts.
All right, I'm just gonna start throwing stuff I think would be useful out. Gonna put on a pair of boots.
Okay.
And are there any chairs in here?
Yeah. There's a couple
Does
chairs.
the door, if I, well, I mean, can I see the hinges of the door? Entering.
No, yeah, you can see them on this side.
Okay, so
It
opens
opens
inwards.
towards
I'm
us.
gonna take the chair and prop it up to hold the door closed.
Okay.
So it'll at least
Alright.
add like maybe 30 seconds to our time to escape. And
Okay.
well, let's go room. Nothing in here. Back out the window.
All right.
But Miara, I appreciate that you just grabbed clothes for 2 of us. There's 4 of us.
I don't need clothes. I'll be fine.
That's-
Halo will warm me.
I don't really need clothes. I'll be
I-
fine. I lived underground.
All right, if you insist. But when you catch hypothermia, don't blame me.
I do sacred flame a little bit, and I just like
Where do you-
control the flame a little bit, and I just warm myself.
I druid craft a
Although,
warm
I will
breeze
say,
around me.
Sacred Flame is not fire damage. It is
Oh,
that's
radiant
true, that's
damage, So
radiant.
it's like glowing light more than warmth.
Um,
And you know, even if you get off of the island, you're in the middle of like the glass tundra, which is like miles and miles of cold. It's not just like once we're off the island, it's like California. It's cold around this area.
Fine, I'll
There's
go
lot of
take a
cold.
look.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, well, I'm gonna pull the
Let's go
chair
back
off
up.
the door. Peek out the door.
oh my god.
You immediately see like a couple guards like wandering around, just like casually.
Couple of guards.
God, we have a bed sheets, right?
Yeah, we like the.
I'm gonna like tear it. I'm proficiency in Weaver's tool. I'm gonna tear it apart and mend it, to make it close right away.
That will take a while.
That will take a while.
Even with mending, it takes a while to like adjust and like pattern and all of those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
And
Keep
bed
going.
sheets are not thick enough to warm you.
Okay.
Are there any like bags, knapsacks, backpacks, anything they carry stuff in the room?
No, not in this room. You could try another room, either through another window or another door.
I don't have any fire. Damn it.
Yeah,
Unless
just
I
take
want to
one
use-
long rest out in the cold, then you'll have possibly a fire. I mean, you're light. Wait, you're light domain.
Yeah, but I have to cast spell. I have to use a slot.
Just fireball yourself. You'll be fine.
God.
I start casting druidcraft repeatedly, making a warm gust of wind around myself.
Okay, a slight warm gust
A
of wind.
slightly
against
warm
a,
gust of
a
wind.
blizzard temperature is not going to do
No,
much for
I
you.
can't slightly warm it with me. Ugh.
You'll be slightly warm in negative 40 weather.
Okay, does it look like anywhere else there's more barracks or anything like that?
Well, I mean, you just went in one room. There's like 10 windows that you haven't gone through.
All right, rinse, repeat, I guess.
Yep. Back out
Right.
a different window and do it, so we're not going through the base where we'll get caught. Or do we want to go through the base and raise chance of getting caught?
I'll leave this one up to the group.
I mean, I think through the window, because we already know there's guards in the next room because you peek through the door. So we just know skip that room, go see what, make sure we peek up over the window, see what's in there before we decide to go in and find a room that doesn't have guards in it.
How long would it take us to do this with, like, per window if we did the same routine?
I mean, it only took you like 5 minutes.
So
to do
maybe
the first room.
just go through, check all the windows, check all the rooms, spend like 30 minutes or something.
We
I mean, if you're gonna Skyrim this and go in every
I
single
don't-
room and check every single loose sack, it'll
Just
take a
enough to
while.
get-
Like, I don't think we need to check every single room.
Yeah,
We just need to-
get stuff
Enough
from
gear for us to
Yeah.
survive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So currently
All
2
right.
of us are equipped. We just need 2 more.
I have an armor on, and does it go disadvantage for me or?
To what?
You can wear warm clothes under armor generally.
Yeah.
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 That's kind of what you would
Yeah.
need.
Okay.
Oh, straps are adjustable.
Okay.
All right, so if you pop up over and you look in the next room, there are a pair. There's. Hang on, let me see. There's one guard in this room asleep, and you can see that his armor is like stacked up in the side of the room, with an extra set of boots and his weapons as well.
I assume Yara is the one looking in first. If we're doing same strats.
Either Miara or
Or
Sharon.
They're sleeping. What's the plan? Does anyone have any qualms with a bit of stabbing?
I mean,
feel
the
like
less killing,
Have I ever?
less killing we do, the less suspicious it'll be. Ultimately, I would recommend just getting. If he's asleep, just get in and take it and get out. If if it looks like he's going to wake up, then finish the job.
All right. I'm going to stealth this time through the window, very stealthily as I can. Climb.
All right, roll me a stealth check.
Yeah. 24.
Less than.
Yeah, I think it's actually literally impossible for you to fail because the guards have a passive perception of 11.
I love rogues. Rogues are so much. I love rogues.
Their passive perception is your modifier. That's so ridiculous.
Yeah, so that's about it. So you're just
Yeah.
like, you land in, you're just like, all right, let's do it.
At some point, I need to tell
So-
you the story of how I wiped an entire encounter on my own playing an Asmar swashbuckler rogue.
Oh god.
All right. So what
Flying.
stuff are you taking?
What are we looking at, like, with weapons? Anything
Um,
else could use?
So only his stuff is in there. So there is once again a longsword, a pair of spears, a heavy crossbow, a shield, the armor.
No one else here is good with medium armor, right?
I have my armor.
Can't wear it.
I'm good.
Yes,
I'm
I
good
don't
with
think
it.
we
Can't
need-
wear it.
Yeah, no, can't wear it.
I just
Yeah.
need more clothing.
Yeah, this is what we get for all playing light armor proficient people, except for one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, just for the hell of it, I'm gonna grab the longsword. No, I'm gonna grab the spears. I'm gonna grab the extra spears, and
Were there two heavy?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear. Were there two heavy clothing kits here?
oh yeah, is there heavy?
Yes,
clothing?
there's the same. There's actually, yeah, there's 2 coats. There are 3 pairs of boots. Yeah, there's essentially enough warm clothing for 3 people because the dude is in there with some of his clothing that's hung.
Are there
They
any?
have like a change of clothes.
Are there any small bottles or vials, even if they're empty or full, in there? No, okay.
No, not kept in there.
All right.
Hurry,
If that's the case,
guys.
yeah, I'm actually gonna grab the longsword because I have a very bad idea, but it might work. And
That's the best idea.
So yeah, I'm also gonna grab the longsword and just toss the stuff
Okay.
out the window. Does he wake up?
No.
All right.
His passive perception's only 11.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna through the window.
Maybe I should have made guards have a higher perception. Your
like
job
to-
is to look for
How many
things.
Also, I'd
You
like to
need
point
keep
out
people
it.
that
have snuck out of this jail? They don't need
the
to look.
Yeah, I
DM
don't
for
think
that
care.
rogue I played once just yelled at me for calling it out on Discord.
Oh man. All right, so you toss the stuff out. Do you hop back out as well?
Yeah. I close the
Alright.
window.
Okay. I put on
It's
those
alright.
coat and boots.
Yeah. You guys are all able to put on some warm clothing.
Perfect.
We
Does
have,
anyone
like,
there's
happen
small
to
amount
have
of weapons.
heat metal?
No.
Dang. Okay.
We should
Uh,
hurry up. We only have
I do
15
love that
minutes
spell,
left.
Yeah. Well, while we're here, real quick, I'm gonna try and do the thing I did with the spear again for the other 2.
It's going to be a bit harder because you don't have like bars to break it off against.
True.
We should hurry
Wait
up.
We
until
can
we're in
have
like a
someone help
forest
you
with
when we get
trees.
to the trees.
Yeah. Or you can turn to like a
Alright.
gorilla or something and do it. Gorillas are big strong.
All right. Did you steal a shield? Or anything?
No one else needed a shield, right?
I have a shield already.
yeah.
No one else has
Alright.
shield proficiency, so no.
Right, so off you go into the trees.
I'm gonna add the 2 spears and longsword to my inventory.
Right. So what is y'all's general desire? Like, where
So,
do you want to
Looking
go?
wanna
at that
go-
map you gave us,
Yeah,
we want to
so-
go to the point that was the shortest point between the land and between the two lands.
Yeah, to the ice helm.
Yeah, the one that's like, it's just north of Icehelm and then east and a little bit south of Rhimebreach. Those 2 points on the map that are very close.
All right, so you'll have to go southwest.
Yep.
Yeah, like through the
a good
forest.
ways.
Yep.
All right. Cool. So how would you like to go about this? What is your marching order, etc., etc.?
I kind of want to be in front for the
Okay.
small reason of I can speak with the trees.
I'll stay in the back since I'm the only one with the armor.
I think we should have one of the people who with the decently able to pay attention and perceive things
My
in the
perception
back,
is
so that we
plus
can
7.
see. So we can see if we're getting followed, because I feel like that's my major concern, is that we're getting followed by guards.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, how long has it been since Pass Without a Trace was cast?
So you have 15 minutes left.
Yeah.
Oh, we have 15 minutes
So
left.
we can kind of get out of the general area before we start leaving.
We should hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I'll stay in the back and then keep an eye on.
Yeah.
All right. So Mona's first, and then Miara probably, and Jared, and Liliana in the back.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
That's good.
So you guys can all make stealth checks for me if you would like.
Pass Without a Trace.
God damn it.
Not as good, but still 40.
I rolled okay.
I rolled an at 3. I got a 23, guys.
Oh my god.
Shucks.
Stop.
Well, with my roll
Gotta
of 17, I got a 19.
I'm like scrolling down all these things that might live in the forest. I'm like passive perception 12, passive perception 14.
I got a 40 stealth. I don't think Vecna can't see me.
I go 15.
All right. And then Mana, if you'd make a perception check for me as you're in the front.
I would like to cast Speak with Plants.
Sure.
And then I would like to go up to the plants around me and say, hey, we're just trying to get through here with no issues to any of you or your family. Are you able to direct us the safest path out? Not path, but path out.
So this like droopy evergreen with a whole bunch of snow is like, I don't really know. The things that walk by usually go to the west. There's big things, and some things go under the ground. They go west, I think, mostly.
I'll reply, do you know what any of the big things are? Could you tell us?
There's big trolls.
Trolls, okay.
Yeah. And there's big bears and wolves. And the things under the ground, I haven't seen them, but they're hot. So, there's that.
Like warm?
Miara doesn't know what they are. Miara doesn't know what they are. I know what they are.
Okay. I relay that to the group. That everything's kind of going the same direction that we're planning on going, which is west. And there's trolls, wolves, bears.
There's a tunnel system,
Bears.
And
That's
things in
interesting.
tunnels. Yeah.
If we could
I don't
find
like
the
it.
tunnel system,
It
we
worries.
might be able to.
We should keep going on.
I mean, my thought process is we head south till we hit the coast, and then we follow the coast west until we think where we should be.
I'll talk to the... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, because I feel like it'd be easier to determine where we are once we're on the coast.
I'll talk to the tree and ask, do any of your brothers and sisters that are near the big water see any big animals also?
I haven't talked to them in a while.
You should talk to your siblings. What are you doing? If you don't talk to your family, who do you have? No, sorry.
I just stay here. There's some big things everywhere.
Okay.
I don't know about the big
studded
one.
leather armor.
Have you seen studded leather armor? I asked the tree.
Yes?
He said yes. He said
Wait,
yes.
question mark.
In my life? Or recently?
Shit.
Is that all you wanted to know from it?
What's its mother's name?
What is your mother?
Ashley?
Oh my god.
Ashley?
If your father's Travis,
dad's
I
name
have
is
a
Travis?
weird.
Happy birthday, Travis.
Alright. Anything else you want to ask the tree?
No, I just kind of druid craft and hope it grow a tiny bit, and then move on. Make sure its roots are nice and deep.
Very nice of you.
Thanks. Alright. So which direction do you head? You head west?
South to the
south
coast,
first.
and then,
South to the coast.
but like
Alright.
maybe west a little bit, so we don't go through the prison. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
if
Good
you go
idea.
around the prison, as you move south, you see the road that goes from the prison to the coast. Do you wish to follow the road?
No,
no?
we stay in the jungle.
Do I see guards anywhere, like, as far as the eye can see, do I see people in general?
Not currently.
Yeah.
If you make a perception check.
22. Natural
You do not see people, no.
Okay, that's a decent sign.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on my bag with the passive 18.
I mean,
Yeah.
there shouldn't necessarily be anyone on the road since, it's been a while since people came, since they brought the prisoners in. There wouldn't be any reason for them to be on the road.
Well,
Yeah.
they're hunting us. Probably.
They
Maybe.
don't
Probably.
even know where
Maybe.
we went.
I mean, they might assume that we took the road since it'd be the easiest path. So they might assume
true.
that.
One option we can do also, I was thinking about this maybe a year ago, is that once we find a place to camp for the night, or whenever we decide to lay down, I can travel as a bird far away from us very quickly, and I can set up a campfire and help throw them off us.
Why don't you turn into a bird and scout around and see where exactly we're at, so we know exactly where we should go?
I want to do it once we're a little further away from the jail. I don't,
Makes sense.
Okay.
Do you have elemental form at this level?
No.
Ah.
biggest thing I can turn into is, I think, an Allosaurus.
Oh.
Well, I mean, that is,
Oh, that
that is
whole
an
thing.
option.
That's the biggest thing I can turn into, so.
Gambo.
The question of whether you know what an Allosaurus is more the
Ah,
question.
It is
Underdark,
creature.
something,
An underdark
dinosaurs.
creature. Very, very common there.
Yes, those Allosaurus who live underground.
Yeah, with the giant blue lobsters.
I've seen
yes.
Journey to the Center of the Earth. There are dinosaurs down there.
Alright, so you guys are continuing to the southwest.
Yeah.
Monty, you had what was your perception check?
22.
I never
yeah.
rolled it. I spoke with animals.
Okay. Roll
Or
your
I
perception
spoke
check,
with
and then
plants.
Liliana's got a 22 in the back.
Oh no, it was not mine. Never mind.
I was the perception of
Oh,
22.
thank God, that's 12. I thought that was...
Right.
I got 12 too.
Well, mine's 12 plus 7. I got 19.
I got 12.
Okay.
We're all rolling. I also got a 12.
Alright. Cool. So as you continue through,
I agree with everything Mayara said.
Do
let me roll.
Man, drow really suck, you know?
Drow are like the most horrible things I have
Oh.
ever seen. Alright,
I
so
feel
as you
wicked.
guys are sneaking through the forest, there's not very much underbrush here. It's just a lot of tree trunks, and then it's not really even a canopy because the branches don't go out super far. But you see at some point, or at least the more perceptive two of you do, you see a couple of large, hunched figures off to your left. as
They
you're
look-
walking.
Bestial in nature or humanoid?
Kind of in between. Big and snarly, but they seem to have the appropriate limbs for humanoid-ish.
Do I
but they're
reckon?
much bigger.
Considering that the tree told us there were trolls, can I reason that these might be trolls?
Yes. And you guys have probably seen a couple of things as they just run through the forest. So yes, you do see that this is a pair of ice trolls. And they are eating something.
Should keep
these
moving.
worth,
We should keep
starting
moving.
an altercation with, or
We are very much not equipped to deal with this. I would
Yes.
recommend that we skirt around them and
Yeah.
avoid conflict if possible.
I agree with Jared.
Yes.
Let's go.
So you get
We stealth away.
We wish the best of luck.
Yeah.
just sneak and seek and sneak away from their passive perception of 12. There's no hope that they're ever going to see you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, well, no, there's no hope they're gonna see me. There's a 1 in 20 hope that they'll see Jared,
Yep.
Oh,
and then I don't want to do the rest of the math. I almost failed stats this summer, so.
We found 2 ice troll, and then we kind of sneak away. Kind of look.
Yeah,
Ah,
we're gonna
Jared.
attempt to sneak past them because we aren't equipped to fight ice trolls.
You aren't? Okay.
He can turn into a dinosaur.
Oh my God.
We could go full Jurassic Park if we want.
Okay.
I agree with
Or are we
that.
gonna roll stealth checks to go past them, or are you just saying we're going?
Oh no, you're just
Okay.
you're staying on your stealth check. I was trying to figure out why there's not music going right now. This
On
is-
Discord?
I hear
we are
music.
Hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yes,
hear
I hear
it.
music.
Did you
Maybe it's-
turn the volume down a bunch or something?
I muted the site because you and I were messaging to each other, so I just couldn't hear it. That's me. I can hear it now. Okay. I know what I'm doing, for sure. Okay, so you guys sneak past the ice trolls as you're continuing onward. Like, it's very silent, very undisturbed. You guys are able to stealth along at a decent pace because you're magically concealed and you are just really good at this. So you're not moving incredibly slowly like a lot of people do.
I like to imagine
After
like Legolas in the past through Kalahadras, where it's like no footprints, just
just stepping on the
Legolas.
snow.
Yeah, just
Well, actually, yeah. At this point, your pass without a trace has ended.
Yep.
Guys, we are
Unless
on
you
your
want
own
to read
now.
past it.
I can't hold on anymore.
All right, so you all lose that +10 to your stealth. Would you like to roll
Darn.
again?
Yeah, we
Sure.
probably should roll since we don't have
Alright.
the +2. 10.
You won't roll above a
oh
5.
no, I'm minus a +10. Whatever.
I go
like, natural
17.
1. Holy crap! No kidding. Just.
I
I
got
got a-
17.
It's still 12.
I got a dirty 20.
All right,
I
dirty
got a
20,
13.
17, 13, and a
12. I got a natural 1. This is a sad day for the.
Lydia's like, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just like,
Finally.
Finally.
Tarask erupts from the ground.
well,
You know, technically,
I mean,
Tarasques
you're-
are unaligned, so we could attempt diplomacy.
but your average rolls are still all right. So I'm gonna say you guys are able to continue through the forest for several hours without being disturbed. So, how late into the night are you wanting to go?
Does anyone know how to make an igloo?
No.
I had to murder someone in an igloo once. It was pretty cool. It was really warm in there. I don't know how to make one, but.
Personally, I would be willing to go as far into the night as possible. However, I am concerned about Liliana.
I'm okay. I'm still okay with it. We should get there as fast as we could. I don't want to wait too long. It might be too late.
I'm worried that if we don't get if we don't get any rest, well, actually, considering the following, the 3 of us are elves. Gerard is the only one who actually needs 8 hours of sleep.
True, the rest of us need 4. What would
That
be
still
like
leaves you with one person who does need to sleep,
what would
unless you want to abandon him.
if
I will hunt you all down.
what would be
Well,
the
we
least
can
amount of
abandon
sleep
you,
he
don't
could
worry.
get without, or the minimum amount of sleep he could get without being exhausted?
I mean, so as a rogue, you have no rest-related abilities except for your hit points.
Yeah,
So,
I just don't want him exhausted.
Yeah, I
That's
just don't want to
kinda
be. I don't want to be
Right.
exhausted.
so
How long can I go without sleep? I think is the better question.
Yeah.
Because I think I'll need to get
so-
8 hours, but how long can I
Yeah.
go without sleep, and how long has it been? I have
Well,
a
so
constitution of 11, if that takes into any consideration how long I
yeah,
can
so
go.
I would say after like 11 o'clock at night, you would need to start making exhaustion checks with your constitution checks and stuff.
We could go to like
Um,
midnight probably pretty easily.
Yeah, and I would say you can, if you want to, stave off additional exhaustion by taking a short rest for an hour and then walking for an hour and then taking a short rest for an hour. You could stave off exhaustion while still making progress.
But
so
that would
how-
add up to 10 hours total of sleep after those 2 stop and goes.
How long?
Well, if you don't take a long rest, if you decide
Just-
to skip a long rest and take a short rest instead, you could then continue travel for an hour, but then you would need to stop and rest after that.
What's
How
this
what
good
time
berry
of
do again?
night is it currently?
We can stop whenever y'all want. It could be 11 o'clock right now.
It's 11:50
Hold
on
on.
the background.
Creature can use its action to eat one berry, restores 1 hit point. The berry provides enough energy nourishment to sustain a creature for 1 day.
I still need to sleep. That would
Yeah.
be energy nourishment. That would be food, not
Yeah.
sleep. I would still.
So
need
I
to
can feed all of us forever as long as we sleep.
Yeah. So I mean, how far can we get by 11 o'clock at night? Is my next question. Like, are we
Yeah.
close
So,
to where we're trying to
What
go?
did we say on Discord? That it was like
13 hours.
16 hours for the
yeah, it's like a
Total.
16-hour total process of like if it's either you walk to the coast in 3 hours and then cross the ocean for a long time, or you can walk like 13 hours to the longer coast and then it's only like 2-3
So
hours.
we
to
left
walk.
at 5 o'clock, right? Around 5-ish.
Yeah,
So 6 hours walk.
so you still have a good like
10 hours
you
left.
still 10-ish, probably less. It'd probably be more like 8.
I'd
Okay.
say we'd want to go further today. So then tomorrow we'll have to tackle the ocean, and that might take longer.
Yeah.
So if we could go to,
Yes.
because you said, I'm so sorry. What time is it right now?
11.
11.
11. Okay.
Yeah, I should probably get some sleep.
What we can also
I'm
do.
I'm kind of getting up there in age too. I should. Yeah, I'm not young like these guys. I'm not.
Not a
I-
young
I-
Chippa elf. What we can do also, though.
They're probably all older than you. They're just elves.
They're just
Yeah.
elves. Yeah, I'm an old crotchety human. Not
I
crotchety.
mean, I'm
old.
I'm only like 86.
I'm probably I'm probably in my late 40s. Is probably where I'm at. So I should probably get
Young
some
for
sleep.
an elf, but you know.
What I can do is because we only need 4 hours of sleep, I'll just beast shape. That's 4 hours into a nice beast with a comfy, soft back that you can just crash on, nice and warm like a bear. And then you can sleep
We
for
could
4 hours
tie
on my
him.
back.
Yeah, we could tie him to you.
We can,
I don't feel
and
like
then
tying
he can
would
sleep
be
for 4 hours,
comfortable.
and
I
then
think
we
I'd
can all sleep.
If you could become like a woolly mammoth, maybe that might work because
A
it's
gorilla.
large enough. But like,
Yeah, it'd
if
have
you're
to be a
gonna
pretty
be like
big
a
creature.
bear,
That
it's not
wouldn't
gonna work.
And
Hold
then
on, hold on.
tying wouldn't be restful sleep. Like, sure, it'd be a
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
rest, but it wouldn't be restful.
Yeah,
I
what is
wouldn't
the
want
height?
to take that as a long rest. I wouldn't count that.
I can do max of 2 CR. Okay, I'm doing some research. Let's keep planning.
Okay.
I mean, let's find out what a woolly mammoth
Yeah.
CR is.
I think a woolly mammoth CR is like 8.
His is more. Yeah, his is more than what I can do. But I might have a giant creature somewhere in here.
I'm gonna use bathroom quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Maybe we should.
Well, a polar bear is a large beast.
But it
It's
wouldn't
not large
be- it
enough for
would
him to be undisturbed
Okay,
while you're
okay,
walking.
okay.
Borders are pretty
Yeah.
big.
They are. They're rather large.
Yes.
Yes, but they're not much larger than a person. It's not like a king size bed that walks around like a mammoth.
Mm.
You know, it's not like resting on Appa.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, I want Appa right now.
Yeah, we should have killed those trolls. We could have then we could taunt on it.
It's just like,
Okay, that we didn't.
What
try to
if?
kill the
Okay.
trolls.
Okay.
Gross.
Okay. I got one. A giant constrictor snake, and I have him.
Yeah,
in a
no.
Okay.
even less.
Let's just make camp. We can make a stealth check to try to hide the camp. You know,
I'm still gonna
you
do
know.
the bird thing though. I'm gonna turn into a bird, and I'm gonna spend
Okay.
about an hour and a half flying straight north from where we are. An hour, because it'll hour there, hour back. Hour flying straight north from where we are. I'm gonna take some time to make a campfire, and then I'm gonna leave the opposite of what Smokey the Bear would want me to do.
Okay.
Good plan.
Okay, this
And
dice
I'm gonna
is
kind of
right
make it
up.
look
That
used.
dice
I'm gonna
is
kind of like pat down some areas, like move some brush, like it looks
Back.
like we were there.
All right. So you guys that are like trying to disguise your camp that you've got, you guys can make survival checks for that.
Okay.
Monolook, while you are doing this, you're like lighting a fire and stuff by yourself, you hear behind you a voice. This music is way too intense for this, but I don't know how to easily skip it. I'll figure it out later. But you hear this kind of like crackly, grating voice behind you that says, "Ah, are you cold there, Sonny?"
I guess I'm immediately, knowing what Monoloke would do, I immediately turn around and swipe with Primal Savagery.
Alright, so you turn around, you spin.
Like-
There's not anything directly behind you. But there's like a fallen tree like 20 feet away, and sitting on it with like her knees up to her chest is this old lady in like a hood, and she's got a big old stick. Like she's sitting like Rafiki style almost, with like her knees up like a stick.
I have like my claw forms still out from Primal Savagery. And I'm gonna kind of take a posture. Tell me who you are and why I shouldn't kill you.
Well, you shouldn't kill me because that would be rude. My name is Sherry. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
Ask her,
Oh,
does she
no.
like pumpkin spice latte?
Hold on, I gotta think for a sec.
I bet.
How would Monoloke Okay, yeah, I guess you tell.
Jessica.
Not that it matters, but my name is Monoloke. What business do you have here? Leave me to my business.
I'm just here to help people who are trying to make it through the forest.
Well,
In case you haven't noticed, it gets really cold and really dark.
I don't like her.
And you're out here by yourself.
Can I see if I can pick up what she's laying down? Can I see what vibe she's giving off?
Okay, make an insight check.
Monoloke doesn't like a second of this. 14.
Well, she's not trying to seduce you. You can tell that right
Okay,
away.
not trying to
She looks like she's probably like in her 80s or something. She's really old.
I think some old ladies do some creepy stuff.
She's a bit hard to read, but it seems weird that there's an old lady in the woods.
Shit. Monoloke's so not exciting. He's so analytical. Okay, I'm gonna cast dancing lights around her, like immediately around her
Okay.
face, and then I'm gonna shape into a giant bird and run away.
Okay. Alright. So you cast these lights poof, 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 around her face. You can see her face is like sunken and like dry looking, almost like a corpse, and her smile is like way bigger than it should
Even
be.
Monoloke's
Oh
like,
my
Is she green and holding a basket full of organs?
No.
Okay,
But-
so
She does have this big old like gnarled staff, and she sees you turn it into a bird, and she's like, "Alright. Don't blame me when you starve in the woods, honey."
you wish it to the west.
can I
of the
speak
Ross.
in it? No, I can't speak in this. I just, and then
god.
Just like off.
Oh my god.
Alright, so you guys, what are you doing in those couple of hours
I
while
got
Hannah's gone?
I got-
27 for survival.
I got an 18
Okay.
for the survival.
Alright, so you guys are pretty. Are you wanting to make a fire?
don't really
Probably
need it.
not.
No.
Okay.
I might make like tiny fire, but I'm gonna keep it on my hand with the control flame, just to keep
Okay.
like low lit fire.
Yeah, any fire
can
is going to be magical to avoid giving off smoke,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
And
gonna
then
stick
are
with
you
a
wanting
little
to
purple
start your
fire
rest right
stick.
now? Are you?
I would like to
are
start
you
my rest as
doing
soon as
watches?
possible.
yeah,
Yeah.
the sooner
Alright,
Jared.
so Jared just goes out. He goes to bed.
I'm gonna keep an
Good
eye on for
night.
the first 4 hours while waiting Monoloke.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna, once Leon is done with her 4 hours, I'm going to take 4 hours of sleep.
Okay.
Roll on.
So for a couple hours, then it's just Liliana awake while you
Yep.
other two are sleeping. So Liliana, after a while, you hear a voice, a very similar voice. Not that you would think it's similar, because you didn't experience the first voice, but you look over and there's this dark silhouette with like a stick hanging, sitting up, and like this little voice comes through. What are you doing here in the woods, sweetie?
Who is there?
My name is Marlene. Do you need some help, honey?
What did she tell me her name was?
Sherry.
Jerry. Um, no, I don't think we need your help. We have find our own. Leave us alone and please don't ever come back. I don't want to hurt you.
I don't think you would need to hurt me.
Please.
That would be awful mean.
Please, I'm warning you.
I'm not trying to do anything to hurt you. I'm trying to help you. I know a lot of things about these woods. I've lived here for a long time.
I took out the sword and then just holding on with the one hand and shield on. Please, please leave. We don't mean no harm. We're just passing through. Please.
Well, obviously you mean harm if you're going to stick a sword at me. That's really mean.
Only when you come closer.
I'm not moving. I'm just sitting here, just talking. What's so wrong with talking?
Fine, let's talk. And I'll put the sword on the ground and just sit down. Let's talk then. If you move, I'll kill you.
I have a passive
All right,
perception
I'll
of
just
15,
see.
by the way.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say you would, if you choose to be roused from your sleep, you could be, but you are taking your 4 hours of trance. But yeah, if something breaks out, you will definitely.
Yeah, if things get heated, I'm
immediately.
Whatever happens,
Yeah.
we can't wake up Jared.
I'm just going to
Seriously.
very subtly within my trance just.
Wake me up.
I sleep with my hand on the dagger anyway.
Yeah, you're like, and like you're not fully asleep, you're just trancing,
Yeah.
so you're just kind of like, you're kind of half
I'm just kind of
listening to this
vibing.
conversation.
You're like,
Without-
I am trancing right now.
But yeah, so Marlene is just sitting there and she's looking at you and she's like, well, you look really torn up there. What happened to you?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, we don't have to talk about it, but where are you going? There's not a lot of people who come through here, you know.
We're leaving this island. And then nobody
I don't
can
blame
stop
you.
us.
It's kind of awful.
It is.
Lady's scarier than any other creature in these woods.
I'm really scared, but I'm just pretending to be brave.
I have killed as a player, I've killed a lot of hags, and I am worried that this is a hag.
What are you doing here? What's your real purpose?
I'm just trying to help you. I want you to know there are a lot of dangerous things out here.
You mean like
And
you?
I can be dangerous when I want to, but most of the time I'd rather be nice.
Okay, let's be nice then. Tell me your business.
I've told you my business multiple times. I'm just here to tell you that there are dangerous things. In fact, just over the ridge over there was a pack of gnolls just looking around.
I've studied the armor.
Why don't you go and take care of it and leave us alone? We don't want any business with you.
Oh, you are very rude then, aren't you?
We have to. I'm sorry. I don't really mean it. It's just we need to survive this, and then we need to leave the island. Please.
You're missing someone, aren't you?
Yes. But it's none of your business. Leave us alone.
I understand it's none of my business.
I cast the
It's just
Guardian of
really-
Fate and then right beside me.
Okay.
Just
So
like
what does it look like?
Isn't that like your
Um,
highest level spell?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna
It's
take
like-
it.
Okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
like where this is going.
It's like really like fully armor, like giant, not giant, the same height as me, but in a like light, golden light, spectral, but not like shining hour, but just golden light, dim light, just with the long sword, like two-handed long sword, and then stand right beside me. Please, I don't mean no harm. Leave us alone.
All right. So you hear from behind you now an identical voice. And you turn, and now that there is like the light of this thing shining, it shines. You can now see the features of this like person with like this dry, cracked, kind of blue-gray skin and this massive smile. And you turn, and there is a second one
Shit.
sitting on the other side. Also, this one is like standing with like her staff kind of like over her shoulders, and she's like, "Wow, that's really something."
All right, guys, we might be something up. I think I need your help. Please.
All right then. I hope we don't have hostilities. But you seem interesting. What's your name?
I am Sophia.
Wait a second.
Insight check.
Roll insight check.
Lying about her name.
Insight check. 8.
Maybe.
Well then,
She likes to be called Sophie for short.
you're probably right.
I'm not gonna wake Jared up yet. Only the elves.
Am I back? Where am I? Am I just in the air chilling?
Now you.
Oh,
I would say you're probably like 5 minutes back
Oh, okay.
away from being back now.
okay. Only the Miara.
What is your fly speed?
My fly speed. Oh, I almost just exited out of our video chat. That was terrifying. Oh my god.
Don't do that.
Fly speed is 80 feet.
Okay.
So per turn, 160 if I use my action.
Alright. Yeah, so you're like 5 minutes away at this point. What was just happening? What was there a question that got asked to Sophia or Marlene?
See, you're saying you don't want to harm us, but you are encircling our camp.
Well, it's just so quaint to see some people huddling together for warmth when it's not really the right tactic, you know? A lot of things out here, they use smell to find you. And when there's a lot of you all together, it's more smell, you know what I'm saying?
Please leave us alone. And I
You
move the
remind-
Guardian of Fate
you
towards
remind me of
them,
someone.
but not right on it.
Remind me of someone I used to know.
I'm gonna guess at this point that Jared's probably woken up because of all the commotion.
Yeah, I'm gonna say so.
So I'm gonna open my eyes and be like, "What is going on?"
These two old ladies trying to attack. I don't know. They're not attacking us, but they're just creepily staring at us, like, and then talking
Yes,
cheesily. I don't know.
What do they want?
Very interesting.
I don't know.
But-
I asked them. They don't say anything back.
Well, then I'm gonna ask, what do you want?
Yes, why are
I'm
you
just
encircling
trying
our
to
camp?
help.
Then why are you encircling our camp?
We're not encircling, there's just two of us. We're trying to talk, trying to have some nice chats.
Very well, we can have a nice chat. I would ask that you stand on one side, though, not in a
Alright.
flanking pattern.
Alright! And Sophia gets up and goes over and, like, stands next to
better.
Marlene.
If you want to help, what help are you offering?
Just some guidance, you know, some tips on the wilderness that you're so obviously foreign to.
Creepy ladies
You
don't
wouldn't
just
be wrong.
show up offering advice without a price. So let's cut to the chase. What do you want to return?
Oh, we just wanted out of the goodness of our hearts. 'Cause we're just so
Bullshit.
nice, aren't we, Marlene? Yes, Sophia,
Can I-
we're so nice.
Can I inside check that?
I hate them all. I hate them all.
Can I inside check?
Do we
them?
want to throw down? Because
I'm
prepared-
5
I
minutes
don't think
away.
there's any reason to throw down yet. I think
Just
we need
stall.
to.
Just stall.
We think we need to talk with them a little bit more, find out what exactly they're offering.
Okay. Can I
See?
inside check them quick? Are they
Yeah.
telling the truth? I got 18.
They're definitely not nice.
Okay.
I'm going to, in Thieves' Cant, say, don't give them your names.
Well, I got that.
Yeah, you got. At least you got that.
Um,
I'm going to. I mean,
stop lying to us. You're just making us. You. Please leave us alone. We don't want to hurt you.
We've asked them to leave
Are
several
we being
things out.
encircled?
Haven't left yet. I don't think that's going to work.
Are we being encircled? I'm gonna make a perception about this.
Okay, yeah.
Because 15.
Looking around in the dark, you don't see anything else moving. I don't know how you managed that, Aaron, but that sneeze did not come through with the audio at all.
I turned my mic off right as it was coming.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Alright.
This is freaking me out.
so you say you're here to offer advice. What advice do you have to offer?
Well, you're all huddled up together, and that's a problem, like I said. The things here like to chase big groups of things. They're mostly solitary hunters, or packs of animals that like to encircle and eat a bunch of things at once.
You mean like you?
Maybe. And then she smiles really, really big. And there's like a little bit of like drool that comes down. But you know, if you decided to go separate ways, you'd have a much higher chance of at least some of you making it out.
I have made a deal, and I'll honor it. Please.
Go try.
Well, you're the honorable one, aren't you? The rest of them not so much, huh?
I just cast silence on them.
Okay.
Shut
We're just burning through our spell slots.
Just
We're
having a
about to
conversation.
rest.
Liliana's mental is not good. She's gonna do whatever she thinks. I cast silent right
Okay.
on them with the 20-foot radius.
Okay.
It's a concentration spell, so I'm not losing it, but the other one, but
All right. So you see the silent spell go out across, and they give each other these looks of just like, oh, and they start walking towards you. Let's roll initiative now.
All right, so there's no chance for a possible surprise attack gimmick
God
of my
damn
entire
it.
class.
Probably not.
No, oh well, I have high initiative.
my
You know, if I had
sucks.
known our equipment wasn't even there, well, actually, no, I probably still would have taken Poisoner for the sake of, like, that's kind of my character and that
Yeah.
build. But also, like, Alert would have been real nice.
How would you say I'm like maybe I don't know 6 to 18 seconds away now?
Yeah, let's roll a d6, and that's how many rounds it'll take
Okay.
before you get there.
I was really scared you're gonna say minutes, and I did the math, and like 5 minutes
Roll
is like
low,
72
buddy.
rounds or
Oh my
something.
god, we're gonna be
Roll
dead.
low. That looks like a 6 face.
Yep.
All right, so you're 6 rounds away. Okay, what did everyone else get?
One side's gonna
25.
be dead by the time I get there.
25.
Yeah, I got nat 20. If you can see that.
Oh my gosh!
Nat 20
Stop
plus-
rolling so good.
I got
I'm
Okay.
4.
sorry.
You got a 4.
I got a
And then-
16.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, Guardian is like 5 feet in front of me.
Is silence a concentration spell?
Yep. The Guardian is not concentration.
Okay, Guardian is not. All
Yeah.
right.
It lasts for
Well,
8
alright.
hours.
I'm now glad that you cast that spell before initiative was rolled.
And then Mono, what was your initiative that you rolled?
Oh, I didn't even roll one. Sorry,
yeah, you
I
got.
was just waiting for it.
I have something that
Oh my
involves
goodness.
going first. 1 second.
+2. I got a 9. And that dice is
Assassinate
in
is
jail.
if you go before
Yeah,
someone.
mine
Alright.
is Jill too.
You get advantage on attacks
we
of
got?
features you go
I-
before.
To clarify, I go first. That's just advantage, not the assassinate.
Yeah,
You
because
don't
they're
get-
not surprised.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I don't get surprise attack, but I do, however, get advantage, which is nice.
yeah. But you get to go first. Yes.
I do go first. All right. Well then, which one is closer to me?
Oh, they're both pretty equidistant. They're sitting next to each other.
All right. Yeah, they're making an advance. I don't like that, so I'm going to, yeah, just run up and take take a stab at them.
I just read assassinate. It's as long as you go before them. It's
I know. I
not-
think it's.
Surprise
That's
round.
if they're surprised. They're not
No,
surprised. if I go
it's as
before
long as
them.
you go before them.
Before
Yeah.
them.
You,
Yeah, I
you
think
get
so.
the advantage for going before. You only get the critical if you
Yeah.
are surprised.
If
Yeah.
they're surprised.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
So you get advantage.
yeah, which with my elven accuracy feat,
Need
I
the
roll
natural
3
one.
times. Natural 19 plus 8.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, I made a rogue for. I built a rogue around being a rogue. Okay. Sneak attack. That was kind of doo doo, but whatever. 11, 14, 15, 18, 5. That's still 23 points of damage. Those pierce me.
Okay. Which one do you want, Sophia or Marlene?
Are they identical or?
They look about the same.
Then whatever one is closer to Liliana.
They're both the same distance. They're standing next to each other.
Then that's even. Marlene.
Okay. Cool. And that was 23?
Yeah. And then, but with a bonus action, I'm going to juke left, run right, and disengage, and back up
All right.
towards Liliana.
Okay. Jared, that's you.
Okay. I am going to. Which he's hit Marlene. I'm also going to attack Marlene. Advantage because of assassinate. That would be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
So that'll be.
I'm never gonna roll this well again.
That would be
Never.
a 20 points of damage
20 points of damage on Marlene
on
as well.
Marlene as well. Yep. And then
All
same
right.
thing. Bonus action. Disengage. Go
Disengage.
back.
Just these two like twin lightning come right out and back in, and now it is their turn.
Oh shit! I completely forgot. I should have done Green Flame Blade next round.
All right, so Sophia twirls her staff and she walks over to the side out of the influence of this silent spell. She slams her staff down on the ground and she's going to cast a spell. I need all of you guys to make, well, drat, this is the dexterity saving throw. Do you have evasion already?
Yes, we do. It's a 7th level rogue ability.
That's what
18.
I thought.
I got an 18.
I go 12.
Yeah, I got a nat 20.
5 rounds.
Oh my
away,
gosh.
so-
You guys are getting that already, like,
Is an 18
like a
does
candy.
18 save or fail?
What number?
18.
I imagine it passes. Yeah, it saves.
Okay, so evasion, I take nothing.
Yes. So Liliana, what'd you get?
12.
A 12. So you fail and you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage and 17 points of cold damage as these massive hailstones just and just obliterate the center of your camp. It is now difficult terrain to walk around in this area.
Does she get closer to me, like within 10 feet?
No, she does not.
Okay.
She backs off a little bit and she just scooches out of the silent spell. Let's see.
I'm like already
No.
half.
And Marlene is going to do. Let's see if this is working.
Oh, they act on the same initiative.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're sisters. Why wouldn't they?
So I could hopefully get my reaction back.
All right, and then Marlene scooches around to the other side, so they are separating out. She walks a good like 30 feet, and she like blows across the top of her staff, and this massive like cone of icy cold comes out across. I need all three of you to make Constitution saving
God,
throws
I'm gonna
now.
die.
Ah, freak.
Maybe I am glad about I wasn't there.
Ah, damn. Natural 19. 21.
I
got a
go 7.
15.
I'm
Um,
gonna check.
What did you get, Jared?
15.
15. So you save as well. So you take half of this damage.
I go 7.
Can I can we uncanny dodge this, or does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncanny
Okay.
dodge.
If there's
Damn it,
any type of damage.
Yeah. Okay, then I will uncanny dodge whatever half damage I take.
Yeah, I will also uncanny dodge whatever half damage I take.
I'll candy and dodge.
So Liliana, you take 33 points of cold damage,
I'm off.
and the rest of you take 16.
16 half to 8.
16 points. No, it's 33 half to 16.
But then uncanny dodge.
Make
Oh
it
yeah,
zero.
uncanny dodge, then
So-
half again.
My guardian is my guardian gonna be losing? Or
It's not concentration, so it stays up. But the silence is now gone.
okay, it's right beside me, 5 feet. So
Yeah, so they just split two ways and just blasted you with all of this cold and ice, and your cleric is now unconscious.
Oh, Leon's just out.
yeah, I'm out.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
Am I the tank? Am I the? How many
We
hit
got
points does
2
everyone
rogue
have?
tanks is what we got right now.
How, like,
Yeah.
I have a +2 con, so I have actually decent hit points. So no, I'm the tank.
So that's Monoloke's turn. He gets closer.
I am now only
I'll close.
800
5
feet away.
rounds away.
I did the
oh,
math
yeah.
for how close.
And
I
now-
am. No, I'm
And Liliana, it is now your turn to make a death saving throw for me, please.
15.
Alright, that's a success.
Can I move it or it's gonna stay there? Never mind. The spectral
You're
You're
guardian.
unconscious. I don't think you can do much of anything.
Yeah, I
Not
guess
really.
it's gonna just stay there.
Miara, that's you.
Well, seeing all this that's going on, are there trees near me?
Yeah.
Right.
Not like super crazy close.
I'm gonna
but
use my
they're
movement.
close,
Bonus
yeah.
action stealth.
Okay.
Bonus action hide. Yeah, that's some crazy number like 28.
Yeah. Yeah, you're hidden.
All right,
You're
then
hidden from
gonna
both
peek
sides.
around and throw one of the makeshift daggers at her.
Okay.
So that's advantage. Yeah, it's gonna be advantage
Yeah.
from stealth.
We're basically just gonna
Fuck.
shorten the distance, so you have to be within like 15 feet to do this, just so you know.
Okay. Oof. That's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah, the triple advantage. Triple advantage is entirely worth it, I gotta say.
I need you, mana Loki.
Yeah, you're the one who can heal, okay?
Hey, one of
I
you can
exist to kill things
stabilize.
and
I
do
won't
nothing
make it
else.
there before they either
Yeah.
die or stabilize. So.
They can't get closer to me, but they can cast spell on me.
Yeah. I'm
17
800 feet
points of-
away right now.
17
It'll
points
be
of
a while.
damage, not that good.
How many points, sorry?
17.
17 on whom? Marlene?
Which one did the, like...
That was Marlene.
Yeah, then Marlene. Throwing a bolt.
Alright.
The only bolt I have at Marlene.
Alright, so you stick her right in the chest. She's looking pretty hurt at
Actually-
this point.
Real quick, how much movement would I have left?
Oh, plenty.
Can I close the distance to get in melee with her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get behind her to give Jared the easiest route to flank.
Okay.
Okay.
So you throw it, and then you run right up to, like...
Well, not
You can
not
try and
run.
retrieve
I
it
like
from
dive
her.
roll.
Okay.
Because
Super awesome.
Super awesome dive roll. and
ninja.
Acrobatics check. Yeah, that's a 17 acrobatics check. It looks.
Yeah. Alright, Jared, that's you now.
Okay. I'm gonna get close enough. I'm gonna get close and attack Marlene. And
Alright.
with the advantage provided from me with the flank, that is going to be an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. With advantage, I get the sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
29 points of damage.
Nice.
Ooh, you like come up on her and you like stick it right through like her cheek, right by her teeth, and you feel it like cut and slice into her tongue. She is so close to dead right now. Just there's like this black and green blood just starting to ooze out from this
If I'd used
hole in
Green
her
Flame
face.
Blade on round 1, I probably should be dead now. Damn it. I'm
Okay,
angry.
and then, just real quick,
yes.
I'm going to use my... Actually, no, I'm going to stay, so that would hopefully Miara can get advantage in his next attack.
Okay, so it is now Sophia's turn, unharmed all the way over there. She is going to do... she's going to cast a spell on Jared.
Oh no.
Would you make me, I believe it's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
See where this
Oh
is going.
no.
Oh my god.
You guys ready to see two rogues throw down, neither of which are able to get sneak attack on each other?
Yes, that's a wisdom save. Would you make me a wisdom save, please?
At least I'm better at wisdom.
That's
Alright.
what's about to happen.
That's going to be a 12.
You feel your body lock up
Oh,
and you are
person.
paralyzed.
Oh, thank God! I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was dominate. I thought it was gonna be dominate the monster, and I was so scared.
I'm
not
not
a
a
monster.
monster. Actually, I'm
Well,
probably
dominate
kind of a monster.
All right.
Or dominate first,
So she casts that spell on you,
Right.
and then she walks over to stand over Liliana.
She got attacked by my spectral.
Okay.
If she
Yeah.
moved within 10 minutes, she have to do dex save.
Okay.
Let's see, what's the...
Dexterity save.
Yep, 16.
That's a natural 13, and her dex is a +3, so it's exactly a 16.
She take 10 damage. 10 radiant.
damage.
Radiant damage.
That's Constitution, and that's con. That's a 12. Okay, so she holds on to her spell, but she loses 10 hit points. As this guardian just like slices her across the face and neck with this blazing weapon. It doesn't like cut into her, but it leaves like a mark across her skin. And then she stands over Liliana's body. It's Marlene's turn. Very super hurt. so extremely insanely hurt.
You're so close.
She's going to attack the paralyzed Jarrett.
Yep.
Advantage.
I almost instinctively said Sentinel there because I probably could do Sentinel.
That's a 19 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
At least you can uncanny dodge.
True.
No,
I'm
you're
paralyzed. I can't.
paralyzed.
Can you not do it?
Paralyzed.
Dang it.
He could technically use evasion still.
Technically.
I would
Reaction.
rule no because I'm paralyzed. Is what I would.
Yeah,
rule.
I would probably. I'd
Yeah,
say no on that
I
too.
know.
So you take 6 bludgeoning damage and 3 cold damage, as she just like whacks you across the face. Like she takes her staff and she just like comes up and like breaks your nose. She's like, that's not very nice, and she like sticks her tongue out through the hole that you made in her cheek.
I would just like to say, as a paralyzed person, if you get hit by an attack, doesn't it crit automatically?
Oh, does it?
Not sure that applies.
Yes, it does.
It applies to
I think it.
Incapacitated.
incapacitated.
It might be
Incapacitated.
incapacitated, but it might be
Nope.
because it's paralyzed.
I'm looking at paralyzed right now. Any
It's
attack that
correct,
hits
yeah.
creature is a critical hit if the attack is
It's a
within
critical
5
hit.
feet of the
Alright.
creature.
Well then.
All right,
Someone-
so I mean, it doesn't increase it by a ton, so you take that damage, and then it increases because we have the wonderful crit roll that also works in my favor. You
Alright.
take an additional 22 points of damage.
Son of a gun.
All right then.
Still
I
up
rolled bad.
You're
How
good.
you looking, buddy?
on a scale of 1 to 55. I'm at a 16.
That changes things. Okay.
Okay. That's even
All
better.
right. Liliana. Oh wait, Mana takes his turn.
Ah.
He is now 4 rounds away.
I'm only 640 feet.
Oh my god.
Woo! All right, Liliana, make me another death save.
God damn it. 7.
That's a failure.
Wow.
All right, Miara.
But if I can break guns. How hardy do these people look?
Marlene looks really, 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 really hurt. Sophia has only been hit the one time. She looks
Okay,
mostly fine.
I can take attack of opportunity. I'm bolting towards what's her face?
Liana.
Towards the other one, towards Sophia, the one that's standing over Liliana. I'm going to roll up, come from behind, hopefully to. What would be the best? Would I get a sneak attack from Liliana's corpse, or is that a no?
No.
I have a Spectral Guardian there standing there.
Oh,
Can he
sure,
flank him?
does that count as an ally or flanking?
It just attack her too.
Typically,
It just attack her.
no, because like spiritual weapon doesn't give flanking, and it doesn't take
Um,
attacks of opportunity and stuff. I'm not sure on the specifics.
It's
of
not a
spiritual guardian.
weapon. It's a Guardian of Fate 4th level spell.
I'd say if it got a,
Right.
does it get attack of opportunity if something leaves its area?
Yeah, if it gets attack of opportunity, then it would. I might not even say in the spell though.
Yeah. Okay.
So is the
I'm
ruling
just gonna-
yes or no? I'm gonna wait for.
Hang on, let me see.
No, I don't think it is because I have it up right now. I can just copy the link to you, but it doesn't look like it's.
Well, what's the name of the spell? Spiritual guardian.
No, Guardian of Fate.
Oh,
And
I was looking at the wrong one.
they
Sorry.
give flanking.
It
We're just
has
gonna
a
Google it,
sign.
see what Reddit says.
Reddit that. Good old Reddit.
It is not given a movement speed type. It does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it either for that.
Yeah.
So, I'd say if it doesn't do, because it moves via teleportation.
Yeah.
Is what it says in here.
All right, then we're gonna bank on breaking concentration. I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide.
Wait.
Okay.
You haven't attacked her yet, or?
I'm about to attack the
Trying
one.
to
Oh, okay, got it.
He's
got
trying
it.
to get advantage
Got it.
first.
Yeah, that's a 21 for That's a 21 stealth.
Let's see. Because usually in a fight, I have them roll with perception. That's a natural 7. You're good.
All right, then I'm going to come up, and this time, purple flames are going to erupt from the blade of this makeshift dagger as I'm going to bring it down towards her neck. With advantage.
You better crit on this one.
Well, hell, I didn't, but that's still a 20 to hit.
Well.
Well,
Okay,
Yeah, and that's an extra
Wow.
D8 from Green Flame Blade. Oh, I guess I'm gonna call it Purple Flame Blade because it's purple for me.
Solid.
Oh, that was a mediocre. Okay, so 12 plus 2. 24 points of piercing damage and 3 points of fire damage.
Okay.
27 total. Banking on breaking
Alright.
concentration because that's my entire turn.
Okay. So 27 total means that she has to get above
15.
13?
Yeah.
13.
Yeah,
13.
13.
That's cocked. That was a 20.
Oof.
That was a
Okay,
natural 20.
you might all be dead. You might all be dead.
I'll be fine.
It's my turn
Alright.
to try to break out
Yeah.
a spell, isn't it?
Yeah, you make another wisdom save.
Please, please. We need you.
Oh yeah, that's a 19.
Alright, but that
that's
does
my
happen
turn.
at the end of your turn.
Alright.
Alright, so it is
You can uncanny dodge
Sophia's
now.
turn.
Though.
Yes, you can. Are you near Sophia?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
like
Miara
right
is-
behind. I'm right behind her.
Okay, you didn't. Yeah, you didn't move away.
I did not move away.
All right. She's gonna turn around
Bitch.
and she is gonna. Let's see. What does she want to do? Nope. Yeah, she is gonna go after Liliana. That's a natural 20. She hits you, deals 2 death saves,
God, I'm
and
3 failures now.
and she dies. And
Oof.
You get 5th level spells. Do you get raised dead? Wait, we don't have diamonds. Fuck.
I got nothing.
That is her action, and that's the end of her turn.
I'm dead.
But she turns back to you, Miara, with this big grin as she has because she comes down and clubs Liliana across the head and caves in her
Is
face.
Liliana holding her sword still?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Sophia comes and brings the staff across, and she just licks the blood and brain goop off of it.
Oof.
Brain goop.
I told you that some of you could die.
This
Oh,
is
no,
this is tough. Yeah.
Why do you think I came in with the rogue?
This is the Dark Souls of D&D.
Oof. I'm dead.
I mean, okay. My one shot.
Jared got my
Um,
joke. I
one
saw
shot
that.
might be more brutal. Yes, I'm gonna be honest.
All right, and now it's Marlene's turn. She's gonna go for Jared.
I die. I
A
blame
single roll. That's a natural 16, so that's a dirty 20 to
you.
hit.
That'll hit.
On uncanny dodge.
That's 15 points of damage.
Okay, uncanny dodge. So
7
take
points.
7. I'm still up.
All right. Monoloke comes closer for
I'm
his
so
turn.
close.
He's 3 rounds away.
Next turn.
All right, Miara. What
All
you want to
right.
do?
Well, I no longer have any degree of flanking, so, is it time to quote Caduceus? I think it might be time to quote Caduceus.
What does that mean?
In Thieves' Camp, I'm gonna say, it's bad, we're running. And I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage, and I'm going to book it.
I like
Because
All right.
ultimately, Vermeer, his life is worth more than a body that has died in battle that is now. The fact that the sword was in Liliana's grasp solidified the fact that I am able to run from this with a clear conscience.
All right.
I'm
Okay.
using my action to. I'm gonna use my action to dash, and I'm gonna
Fucking
run.
hoofing it.
All right. Jared, what do you want to do?
I take a different approach. I'm gonna put my weapon down, hold up my hands, say, "Look, the person who attacked you's dead. I have no quarrel with you.
I didn't even attack.
I would like to take Liliana. Liliana was the aggressor. Take her. You've got her body. Let us go.
Okay. Are you going to use your action to do this?
Yes.
That sounded like a very
Okay.
6-second statement there.
Yes, it did. Roll persuasion. You can do that.
Bad.
Roll good.
That would be a 22.
Ooh, that's
God.
really good. All right, so Sophia's turn is next. For her action, she does something called Maddening Feast.
Oh,
She leans down over Liliana's body and with her massive hag hands picks her up and starts like eating her
Yeah.
innards. Like in Troll 2 where they're just like eating the green goop.
Can the Spectral attack her while doing
I
that?
think you being dead just rules it out of the equation at this point.
No, like Spectral keep attacking. Like
Yeah, he can. Well, I
Idreon.
think. Yeah, he can keep attacking because he's been summoned by the will of Palar
Yeah.
as well.
I'm.
But Jared, I need you to make me a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, great.
You saw me being chewed, Jared.
Okay, that's an 18.
So you are not frightened by her. You're really grossed out. It looks awful. And Marlene looks over at you and she waves her little fingers and she says, "All right, we have her. You can go run. Just don't wait too long or we'll come after you too. All right, sweetie?"
That's all right. We will be on our way.
Take the shot, finish her off.
No, I'm not. No, I'm bolting after you. I'm running with you.
Yeah.
All right. So we will drop out of
No,
initiative.
don't. Just
at
let me
this-
have my turn first, please.
Okay, you're closer. You're
It's
two
my turn
rounds
now.
away.
I don't care. I'm going.
You are now 2 rounds away.
What? I thought I was 1 round away. Oh,
I've been counting down
holy-
each time.
I-
We could say you're 1
I
round
added
away
the
now, though.
asterisks. That's okay.
Okay. I might have miscounted.
On my turn, I see the scary ladies. I see the friends running, and because I'm a great eagle, I can pick up 2 normal-sized humans. And so I grab them in my talons, and I start flying towards the other side of the water.
All right. How long can you hold
wait,
on
no,
to
we're not
the?
close enough. I start flying further west. I can fly for 2 more hours.
Okay, you have 2
I
hours,
feel
and
like
what
we
is
need
your
to
fly
file a
speed?
complaint with the HOA. Like, Warden, do you know there are hags in your woods? They're not,
Yes,
those are not
they are very
regulation.
aware of this.
Oh, man.
Also, the warden is dead, so he's not aware of anything.
True.
Corpse of
What's
the
your
warden.
fly speed as an eagle?
80 feet.
80 feet. So that's plenty of time. You with those 2 hours, you're able to get you guys to the coast, just flying through.
I land, I drop my form, and I just kind of lay down for a minute.
Gonna
If I had
start-
any revives, I would have gone for you too. I have
Yeah,
nothing.
it's fine. It's fine.
So did Liliana give me any clues, just as a side note, as to where her daughter was?
I give you the file.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you did.
you have the
And
file.
I didn't. And I actually hadn't destroyed it yet. I
Yeah.
actually hadn't destroyed it. So
Ooh, I'm glad that I give you the file. Oh my god.
Oh,
now I have. Jared has a plan for what's gonna happen with this daughter.
It's a son,
Yeah.
actually.
Son.
Indoctrinate.
Sorry, son.
It's okay.
stupid hags.
So we're still on the island with
Yeah,
the prison.
we're at the
Oh.
coast.
Yeah, you're
now.
right on the coast. You can see like out across like just the faintest bit with you guys with high perception. You can see the lights of Icehelm just way out there.
There's
Okay.
no more water walk. Shoot.
Here's
I
what
need to
love.
take. Well, I mean, now that we don't have a third. No offense. Now that we don't have a third person, the eagle can just carry us across.
Yeah, I could literally just carry us that.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Because at this point, I
goodness.
need to continue. I need to take another long. I need to continue the long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I need my 4 hours, maybe 2 hours, 1 hour.
Hags, if anything, hags, if anything, they honor deals. So
They what?
If anything, they
Honor
honor deals.
Honor deal.
They agreed to leave us alone.
For now,
For
now.
if we didn't go fast enough, they'd come after us.
If we can make it to a point where the beaches are closer, I can fly us for 8 hours. So I can make an 8-hour journey across.
Would that
But
be
we need to
enough
get closer.
to get us over towards the direction of Icehelm? Not like we don't want to like obviously land in Icehelm as a giant
No.
eagle. But
But like just how like from where we are, do you know like
If your hometown is anywhere nearby.
not my home, just the land, just mainland.
like mainland.
Oh yeah, you can see the mainland from
Okay.
where you're at.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long
Yeah.
would it take me, do you think?
As a giant eagle, it'd take you 45 minutes.
Oh, I can leave in an hour.
I guess
Do we
at this
sleep
point,
here, or do we sleep on the mainland?
I guess at this point I'm just gonna let him sleep. You know, wait. I'm gonna stay awake for 4 hours and pray.
Oh, I only need.
I'm gonna
it's only
use.
a
Can I
short rest.
use each of those? Can I use a? I'm gonna take a short rest so I can use.
Well,
hit
I only need
dice.
Yeah,
one
I'm
short
gonna
rest.
also take a
I
short
recover
rest.
wild shape on a short rest.
Oh, perfect. And I'm gonna
rest.
use a short rest
Yeah.
to recover some hit
I'm
points.
gonna burn
All right.
3 hit dice.
I'm gonna burn all
Okay.
8. My God.
I guess I'll burn a hit dice.
I'm so glad that I gave him the file.
I know.
I'm
We
so
get
upset
justice
you
for
died.
Liliana.
It's okay.
You're a healer.
It's fine.
Oh,
Oh, that's like one of the first times I've like legitimately killed somebody.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Well,
used
here's
to
what
it
I
as a
love is
DM.
you've now set the
I know.
precedent for how brutal we're allowed to be in one shots, which means
Ooh.
which means the CR of all the enemies in Crimson Midnight
Oh,
just
man.
went way up.
Oh my god.
I get to use the fun part of the monster manual
oh.
and the fun
Okay.
part of the deep dark parts of my homebrew brain.
We take a
Okay,
short
I'm
rest.
back to full health, guys. We did this.
All right.
Let's go! Woo!
Me too. I gained
All right,
my
you taking
speed.
your short rest?
Yep.
All right, Monoloke, you into this like pitch black eagle of the Underdark with this little streak of white
Hell yeah,
feathers.
hell yeah.
And you
Think of
snatch up your 2
Looks like my
rogue
hair.
buddies and you fly across. You fly a little bit past Ice Helm, I imagine,
Yeah.
to not land right in the middle of the city.
How far inland? I have to pull up a different map. Could I make it in about 4 hours of flying?
Well, with an 80-foot speed, that ends up being 8 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So like 50 miles ish.
Cool. I'm trying to grab the map you gave.
Pretty
on
good. I know. I'm trying to pull it up too.
Here it
The
is. Okay.
map. It's in
We're
the
up
different
there.
Discord channel.
Okay. Like, could I make it to like Urstal or Grimloss?
Hey, Lord, just make a goddamn yikes emoji.
Yeah, you could probably make it most of the way to block off actually.
I'm not allowed in block off. I'm down for that.
That's actually very very fair point.
Yeah, I can.
But yeah, you can make it to Urstal or Grimloss. Let me tell you what those places are.
New character.
We'll pick
I know, it's like-
you up
and
in
here-
Urstal. All right, we'll pick you up.
So Urstal is a trading post that is it's very small and it's like a couple of houses. Grimloss is a quarry
Come back as a Death
with a
Domain
bunch
cleric.
of like dwarves and stuff.
Let's start at Urstal. I think I can make it with it. Sorry, I'm flying still. And I carry us to Urstal.
I'm
All right,
trusting he's not gonna drop me.
So you like go and you land off in like the weeds and like cold tundra grass of outside of Urstal, and I think we're going to just close there. We'll do a little bit of like an epilogue thing because you guys have successfully 75% of you
Out of
escaped from Rhimebreach.
More than I was
So-
expecting,
I'm gonna
honestly.
build. I'm gonna build a pyre. I'm going to make a pyre and just do a bit of a sending off little ceremony.
I have like lost a
Alright.
spell slot left.
I know.
You have so much.
Ugh.
Oh,
Hags are no joke, man. All right, so
They're not.
let's start with Miara. Miara and Monoloke, do you guys stay together after this, or
Yes, of course.
like what are your?
let's let Miara go first, because Monoloke basically will follow until they don't want to anymore, and then they'll leave.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Miara, what are you up to after
Heading back,
this?
heading back to work.
Okay.
Back to work. There's jobs that need doing, money that needs making. Although I
People that
spent
need
several
killing.
months making all new equipment, having to make a full new injection rig for my a full new injection rig sheath. It's a lot of money. I probably have to spend over the 57. We lost money on this endeavor.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause
I mean, we
I'd
lost
like
2
some of
years
that.
on
I'd
this
like some of
endeavor.
that gold that we picked up because I'm gonna need some because of my expenses to get covered.
I
but-
give you 27. I think that's
Okay,
that's
I'll
roughly
take
even.
that.
Yeah, I take none of the gold because I don't really need it. You just buy the poison and then I make stuff. I probably follow you for a while then. Eventually, I
Yeah.
think Monoloke wants to kind of go off and create their own thing.
Yeah.
So I think I kind of head towards either back towards the Underdark or towards like some of the darker places on the overworld, I suppose, and just try to make it out for myself. kill a few people, make a place, gather fear, have a good time.
All right, what about you, Jared?
Well, the first thing I promised Leon that I wasn't going to go visit the buzzard for 2 months. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out Liliana's file and go find Liliana's child.
So there is not actually information specifically about her child in the file. It talks about the people that used to run Liliana's life, the Cardinal family, who were a baron and baroness in a city called Mightbury. And they recently relocated to, I believe it was Poussin.
Oh, great. That's where I need to go anyway.
Yep. Funny enough.
Funny enough.
Lucky
Really?
enough. They actually had been requesting monthly updates from the warden to make sure that Liliana was still in prison because they were so afraid of her.
Okay. So is there any, like, lead on where the child would be then?
If Liliana had told you anything really about the situation, you would imagine the child would probably be with them, but it's unknown.
Okay. Then, obviously, Jared's first order of business would be, obviously, these people screwed up Liliana's life. His first order of business would be his business. He's going to go hunt down these cardinals and kill them and take Liliana's child that he's ultimately going to end up raising as his own.
If he told us about any of this, Monoloke
Yeah.
might have followed, just because
Yeah.
he heard killing and Jared helped him escape, so he's gonna help him somehow.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Can I do something too? After the hag eat, the spectral guardian just hold the remains and then just say, "Child, you have done well," and then just all burn to ashes, and then just everything flew into the air.
Nice.
And kind of as you drift off, there's like the ashes reform in the air into this like snowy gray like seabird with like really wide wingspan, and it's something that Liliana's little boy would see in the sky occasionally as he'd grow up,
She finally
hanging out
got
with
her freedom.
Jared.
Yep. So eventually I will kill the cardinals, and I'm going to leave a very clear message when I do, that I'm coming for the buzzard next. And so after I have killed the cardinals, I then go about my real true task, after I've waited my 2-month grace period, and go hunt down the buzzard. Whether or not that succeeds, that's up to legend. They're not 100% certain. It may be an endeavor that Jared and the buzzard go through their entire lives. They just they trade off. Jared gets close, the buzzard. No one's really certain. However, they just know that maybe the buzzard continues existing, but it could just be a facade to continue to keep the crime family together. However, one thing that Jared does know is that when he's all done, the child will come with him, the son. Did the son have a name, Liliana?
Yeah, Lucas.
Lucas. So Lucas is going to come with Jared. Lucas is going to grow up with a brother and a sister that Jared, 2 children that Jared already had. However, they are much older. They're adults, and they're grandchildren that Jared has as well. If Jared even made it out of alive with his encounter with the buzzard. However, he's going to make sure that Lucas is taken care of with his family.
She will be really thankful.
And that is where we're going to end tonight. Maybe we will go through Jared and the buzzard in a different one shot.
That could be fun.
But
That would be great.
You better hit up
that'd be
Monoloke
great.
if you do.
I will. I will hit up Monoloke and Miara if we go to kill them. If we go for the buzzard.
All right. But awesome. That was a fun one. That ended a lot more like abruptly than I thought it was gonna.
Right.
Wait, the numbers add up all of a sudden.
Yeah, that was the whole thing too. I was like,
What?
fuck, if I
Not
could
in
pick
vain.
up 3.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, thank you so much to chat and everybody who's been watching the whole time. I've been checking in. We've had plenty of people watching,
Oh,
some
that's
people
phenomenal.
chatting in. Thank you so much for coming. I'm glad that we can have fun with you guys because things are crazy right now and it's nice to get out of our own heads.
Yep.
So we'll just sign off by saying we love y'all, you beautiful internet nerds. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay sane. Don't forget to love each other and all that stuff. I'm going to be having a stream on Wednesday night. I'm going to be doing some more. I'll probably, I think I'm done with the tiefling horns totally. So I'm going to probably go back to painting minis, maybe some dungeon tiles. if any of you guys want to shout anything out, I know Pat specifically.
I mean, so I stream Dead by Daylight, a video game, at my channel Morgantho6 here on Twitch. So come watch me. I will also be starting Dungeons and Dragons content on August 26th. We will have the first stream of Ready to Roll, a grimdark fantasy adventure. Lydia will be playing a character in that. So please come and follow. We will be having the opportunity for guest appearances in there. So if you come and are interested, drop a follow, and would like to participate in guest opportunities there, we will be having them. They will be limited to followers of the channel, however, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, this was really fun. I hope we get to do it again sometime. It's been a long time since I've been a player.
Yeah. And we are gonna keep doing. We're gonna keep doing one shots on this channel too. Every other week we have our recurring campaign with Nay and Aaron and a few other guys. Adventures in Ozamore from Performance Check. That's the name of our cute little show. And once a month, we're going to keep doing these one shots. And basically, anyone in our little community is totally able to join in. If you there's like a link for our Discord channel somewhere. Moobot probably sent it sometime during the game. So if you want to hop in there, that's how you can be part of those. We also do giveaways once a month and stuff. So there's lots of things.
Also, whoever
any
said
last
in
things?
chat that I'm discount Elijah Wood, I know, and you can heck
It's like he's
yourself.
totally right.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, have a
Bye.
wonderful night, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for coming, guys. It's fun.